face. I'm not gonna tell you.
I just brew until I get my 3.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, you're here with the wings. That was
Here with
fast.
the wings.
Wings.
Was it fast? I felt like the longest.
I was
All right,
worried.
Or salted caramel. Vanilla.
So maybe
And
not.
you want it hot? You don't want ice?
No, hot. Yeah. Thank you.
She's trying to sweat.
I'm trying to pretend like I'm having hot wings.
Okay.
I know, right?
Well, my hot pocket, and I always have one in the morning. I didn't have one today.
Tommy.
Bored?
Come on, tell you, boo.
How's it going daily
Because I
down
got
there?
a
It's
new
it's going
grinder
quite
out
daily.
of my other
Oh.
one, and I think it tastes so bad.
Have you ever experienced the week?
No,
Yeah, that's terrible. I hate
I've yet to experience a
bad
week.
coffee.
Yeah,
A
I'm pretty
month
mad
is
about it.
unheard
When I
of.
go to Starbucks, it's always the
It's blasphemy. is what it is.
As far as I'm concerned, in a year, atrocious.
Are we each getting like a dipping sauce or what's up?
Yeah.
What sauces did you get?
So we have
Aw,
everything.
DK, it just
from
updated me. It's my 2-month sub
mild up to
anniversary to your
atomic.
Twitch.
We have 5 different sauces.
Should we get like every time we change the sauce, we bring the sauce here, so we don't have all the sauces on here, unless you're
think
gonna
so.
have
I think
all the
so.
sauces.
That
That's
makes
smart.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Wait,
Wow.
Part of the
that's
podcast,
so
like a wings
We
challenge.
have a designated
Yeah.
server.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, we about to wing it up.
Yeah, we're just winging it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Try to guzzle some.
My Wi-Fi
dude,
sucks.
it's scary. Atomic is pretty intense. Have you guys ever had the atomic sauce?
Yeah.
Atomic
No.
sauce?
It's like a
Yeah,
Chipotle
so it's
with
going
like
like this.
no flavor, just pain.
In that order.
Just pain?
Yeah.
Did you just send me
That's why
this?
it's crazy
Yeah.
when Lashard and them did this.
Oh, you acknowledged
put-
it? Okay, well,
They
that's the
did
next part.
what?
They did it with wing stuff too.
Yeah, so they got the
Hey,
plain
Dylan,
ones,
can you
and then
or
they got
someone
the atomic
Oh.
ones.
just hold this?
And they did the atomic ones as the
Make sure
base
that we're all
and
in
put
the
the hot
shot.
sauce
Is there a
on the
card?
Oh,
top.
that's
Oh,
worse.
I know.
They were asking for trouble.
And they did.
What's good, Noah?
Actually,
What's
fine.
good, Noah? What's up, Jay? Jaden on the MC. What up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream.
Oh my
Let me
gosh.
ping the Discord too.
Yes, we definitely should. Great idea.
Oh, we should also bring the Discord on engineers.
Shay, should I hold it vertically?
How do I do that?
We got. And DK, what up? What up? Sashiburi. Let's see here.
Well, he's a.
Man, I'm gonna be so hungry after this.
Sashi Booty.
Yeah.
Long time no see.
Oh,
Everyone.
It's my favorite word in Japanese.
Pinging everyone.
I'm just trolling the chat.
DK mixes. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna give it a shot. Ready, Machi? It's not here.
It's like a nice morning.
Alright, Ian, are you gonna deliver the wings to us each time?
Oh my god, I'm gonna see myself quiver.
Yo, this is unfair. Being Japanese, there's no spicy foods in Japan.
Is there really no spicy?
There's really it's wasabi. It's
What's
acid. It's not spice.
It's
So
just
how
a funny
spicy
thing to
ramen?
say. It's
That
just
doesn't
like,
exist.
so that's what it looked like.
Koreans love their spicy food. Chinese people love their spicy food. Japanese people have no spice in their diets. So it's gonna really fuck up my bowels. Like I think Cholula is like borderline too much.
Holy crap!
That's the cute
Wait,
one.
what?
Oh, dude,
on my pizza.
so I know that
I use a lot of it, but like it's
DK's
like
gonna be the one we're focusing
I'm
on.
gonna
today.
die. I'm planning on dying. It's Lou. Sashiburi genki. It's Lou. Mastered by Lou. It's that's you saying that. Who is Lou? Noah.
Yeah.
What up, gang? He really is the wingman, Linhart. What up, Linhart? Liu Tang Clan. Lou is him. Wait, why are you responding to yourself?
I'm not responding to myself. Me and Noah are having an educated conversation. Get with the program. Jeez.
Alright, where's can one of y'all get Machi? Where the hell, can you get Machi? Oh, he's making coffee?
Yeah.
Or after he gets.
You want me to
Liu
press it
Kang.
for him?
Are we all?
Kane.
Is it working? Oh, nice.
Hmm.
We're just trying to get as many people.
What?
What are you doing on that?
Hey, how's
I'm
the
filming.
for anybody that's listening right now on the stream? How's the music? Is there background lo-fi music that you can hear a little bit? It's not too loud. It's not too quiet. I cannot hear what y'all are hearing.
I can't
wish
hear
I
it.
could hear it.
Do you guys just smile really quick? I'm gonna post this.
Can
Who am I
you
looking at?
can you look
Just
like
go
you're
here.
happy just for a moment?
Me?
But I'm an engineer.
How about now? Is the music playing? Well,
Okay, so everybody just like look at me.
No,
and
chill.
smile.
I guess I have to wait.
Hold on, maybe I should
Just
get
smile
in
when, like, you know, when you fuck up and you're
Oh,
like,
let me get in the shop too.
You're
Let
like,
me get in the shop too.
still working.
Yeah,
Can you
DK.
feel the Christmas
Are you recording?
spirit?
Yeah, I'm recording. Yeah.
Oh, I hear a little bit.
Yeah, it's meant to be just quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Can I see?
No.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh, heck yeah. Give me all the...
It looks like I'm wearing
Is it all
dark
bones?
lipstick.
It's all done.
Alright, hey, Machi, are we ready to monitor?
No, I
Oh
gotta
shit, I
make
didn't
this
put my
coffee.
lipstick on.
You gotta make this coffee.
You asked for coffee. I'm making coffee right now.
How long does it take you to make some damn
Oh, I had to help with the wings.
Alright, I'm gonna keep... hold on,
Don't you
let me show
criticize
my
our
face.
help.
Let me show my face on the stream, though. Just...
Give the people what they want.
Give the people...
I know, right?
Yeah, nobody's here for us. We're all here for DK.
No. What the...
I can see
Hey.
this too.
Welcome, Dami. Wait, Dami, why are you talking and you're right here?
I wanted to ask if can we feel the Christmas spirit in the air?
Can you feel that was you?
You know, I do feel something in the Christmas spirit. I feel like you should give me some gifts.
Wearing a Hobby Lobby every
By who?
weekend is Christmas.
Oh, for real?
Does it insert how
I
much
think it's
Christmas
by
stuff we
Zoe
got?
So does that mean like if you like is all that
Yeah.
teach
I wouldn't be surprised.
and it's set on the wall every day?
Is the music
Friday?
balance
Is
still
that-
good?
Is that how it is?
It basically is.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Did anyone see the Bob's Burgers movie?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've
Okay.
been meaning to.
So I'm really happy that it's on Hulu now.
It is, and it's on HBO Max too.
Yes. Cause I'm not gonna lie, like I was gonna go to iPick, and the day I went apparently was the day they took it off, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Did you cry
like,
in your car?
Huh?
Did you cry in your car?
A little bit. Me and my fiance went, and like I like going to iPick because like if I'm gonna go out, like I want to go out. You know, so like, yeah, we're gonna go to iPick. I'm gonna get us drinks. I'm gonna get us food. I'm gonna get us everything. I don't really care. We're gonna watch a dope movie, enjoy ourselves, get the blanket on us, and all that kind of stuff. But when we got there, it's like, oh, it's not happening.
Damn, you pulled up and it was gone.
It was gone. It was
Damn.
gone. All I saw was Jurassic Park. I'm like, I don't want this shit.
I watched The Bad Guys.
What is the bad?
And the
guys?
Minions movie?
I really want to see
You
that.
dress up
I
in a
have a
suit?
question about the Minions movie.
Minions movie is amazing.
Yeah, there was Minion ass in the movie. In the plane scene. That's why we went to. That's like part of the reason why. Like my oldest.
That's part of the reason you went.
Hold on. Listen.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Hey, I ain't judging
Hold on. Let me
for you. That's what you're
explain.
into. I
Let
ain't
it be
judging.
clear that DK said he went partly for Minion.
Okay,
X.
no. Okay, first off, there's a cultural difference, right? So in Japan, like butt jokes and like Japan is just way more like casually perverted than Americans are. There's an entire kids show called The Butt Detective. And,
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't like look for butts. Like he is a butt. His face is a butt, and he
Oh,
like
okay.
he farts on people, and that's how he gets the bad
I
guys.
mean, that's hilarious.
It's a real thing. Look it up, The Butt Detective. Anyway, so when my now
I want to
4-year-old,
say in,
he just turned
an
4 last
American
week.
Google search, it's not going to come up the same.
So when my then 3-year-old
Thank you.
watched
You
the
worked so hard on
trailer,
it. Thank you.
when my then 3-year-old watched the trailer, he was like, "Ha ha ha, Minion Oshiri," which means like, "Ah, Minion butt." Well, because in the trailer there's like Minion butt, and like he was really excited to see the Minions movie because of the butt. And then we got to that part, and we're like, "Ha ha 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 ha." Anyway, that was a really stupid story. Okay,
Damn, when I have a kid, am I going to be like this?
Noah said, they said, "Oh, Luke's coming? Let's get rid of the movie."
Oh, yeah, that's basically what happened.
Okay, let's, you gonna swap? You're good now?
But I'm not going to lie, if a movie's longer than an hour and a half, just go to iPick, lounge around, get food, get drinks.
Alright, let's do,
Did
Okay.
you see Elvis yesterday? It was 3 hours.
It was 3 hours? See, that's an iPick movie right there.
Alright, let me get in, and
That's
then...
the have a whiskey sour sent to your chair.
I didn't even have anything with it. I just went to the movie.
Just
Go.
blank, you raw dog.
Alright, are you recording? Can you start recording?
Start recording now.
Alright.
I am recording.
Alright, we're gonna match it up, sync
I'll
it
make a
up.
burrito before.
Everything looks good? Oi, sorry.
You're touching knees.
Okay. True Peak Hour hot takes, take 1. Sweet, that'll sync it up. Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna wipe my glasses so I can actually see clearly. Alright, here we go. Hello and welcome back to the Mix of Music Podcast. I am your host, DK, and with me, as always, is my lovely co-host, Wu-Tang Clan. I think we've used that one already.
We have already used that.
Well, we're gonna go with it. Wu-Tang Clan. Because that's a good one. That's a really, really good one.
I'm not somebody to fuck with.
And this is a very special episode. We are live on Twitch right now. If you want to check out the YouTube channel and subscribe, you can see what we look like and what we're doing here. We have a very special guest and a very special episode. We're going to do basically our take on hot ones, and we're going to call it Hot Takes. And we're going to do wings, eat wings, slowly increase the spiciness with our, should we say, like, sibling podcast? Friend podcast family,
cousin podcast,
cousin podcast. Jenny and Crystal from True Peak Hour. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the studio. We do have a live studio audience who I told to shut up before we started. But I'm teasing. Y'all can laugh with us, laugh at us. I think that's how this works. This is just honestly.
Just stare at us too.
This is just gonna be a fun episode. We're goofing off. Again, we're live. We do this. We live stream the podcast every Mondays typically, but what day is today? Today's
Thursday.
I don't know. Classic engineer answer, like, I don't know, every day
It's
feels.
like, do you see a window? Do you see a clock?
What is this, Las Vegas? But we're gonna, but today we're literally just doing a Q&A special thing. True Peak Hour is a podcast that is basically sponsored by Engineers, which is the engineering platform. Really great website. Lou and I are part of it as well.
We are all part of it.
Yeah, I'll have y'all talk about it later in the show, but tell us a little bit about what that True Peak Hour is.
Well, so Jenny and I met in December actually, although it feels like we're like lifelong friends.
Yes.
But we realized there aren't many podcasts that are as technical as some other audio podcasts hosted by women. There's plenty of women-focused engineering podcasts that are about women in audio and all the like peaks and highs of that lifestyle. And we just wanted to have a regular technical conversation hosted by us about engineering and our lifestyles, and you guys know the life.
That's cool. That's really cool. So it's like a little bit of a shift from other shows because yes, there's an aspect that it's run by women, about women, but it's not just that. It's helpful for both genders.
Yes.
Which is great. I think that's a really great take. And honestly, like, as you know, podcasting changed my life. And it's so awesome. It's so fun.
We're having a lot of fun with it, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be this fun.
I didn't think that I could talk this much, but I am astounded. I do not shut up.
I'm not gonna lie, when you first asked me to be part of it, do you remember my reaction? I was like, okay.
Yeah, engineers typically don't talk too much, which is interesting. But we're going to talk about some crazy stuff. We have a lot of questions prepared. Let's bring out the hot wings. Who's going to help us out? Ian, are you going to help us out?
Got you.
Say hello to our lovely assistant, Ian.
I am. Hello, Ian.
Look at those hands. Look at those hands.
You can catch them.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to give you. I like the knuckles, not the thighs. Oh, this is the mild one.
Mild.
Okay.
That's mild and it's already orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
What about the red?
I'm not saying
we
we're
got
sponsored at all because we're definitely not. We had to pay for these, but where the hell did you go? That mild is orange.
Wingstop, I don't know.
Wingstop.
Oh, it's not Thigh Stop anymore. Do you remember that?
No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, when there was a
Best.
wing shortage, Rick Ross came out with a commercial.
Yeah.
He's like, "Welcome to Thigh Stop."
Wow.
It was really
Yeah.
good. Very good.
All right. This is gonna be fun. We're totally winging this. We have
We
not
are
planned
winging
this
the
at all.
wings.
So here's the deal. Crystal is a brand new mother,
So,
and may I say is currently breastfeeding right now, so probably not a good idea to eat super duper spicy stuff.
yeah, unless
Probably.
I want to sweat my kid out with.
Yeah.
I don't.
That is a real thing. Like my wife wanted to get laser eye surgery, but like the chemical that they put in your eyes to dilate it actually like goes directly into the bloodstream, and so she couldn't do it. We still haven't done it now that she's done breastfeeding. Anyway, what's it like being a brand new mother?
Honestly, it feels like the easiest transition going from a recording engineer to being a mom because I never slept anyways. No, really, all those years like in the studio, sleeping on the couch, doing prints randomly at 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, having a baby wake me up like a few times a night. I'm like, This is easy. I can do this.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so anyone, you guys can do it. You guys are training to be parents right now.
I know, right?
I think I reversed my training because I've started like prioritizing sleep like in the last year, and now like if I get waking up in the middle of the night, I get groggy. I'm like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have prioritized sleep.
I will say that, like, as a father, my experience is slightly different because my wife did all of the work, and I did the one thing that I dreamed about since I, had puberty. For like, just a little bit, and then that was my job. That was it. I'm done. Out of the picture. She, mothers, man, that's crazy. But we're gonna get into the show here and maybe ask the first question. Do we have a crazy first question? Are we gonna start off hard or are we gonna go easy?
Do you want to curveball it with a weird?
Are we gonna do something normal like what's your favorite compressor? Or are we gonna go like balls to the walls?
Balls to the walls.
What are we gonna
Yeah,
do?
what are we gonna
What are we gonna do? Who's got the question? Wait, we took
I have-
so much time
I
for
have-
questions.
I have questions. There's no crazy one in here, but
Yeah, they're
I
more
can,
technical.
they're all very technical. Did you guys have a list of crazy questions?
Let's do both. Oh, can we can you give Ian your phone number so he can text you questions?
Oh yeah.
Because
for
Crystal's
sure.
gonna be moderating
Should I just
everything.
announce my phone number on Twitch?
Yeah. 323-555-5555.
If you'd like to hit up, just go 323-875-3883.
Yeah.
I mean,
was that?
they're gonna
That's
hit
the
her up
studio.
for mixes.
No, it's not. Wait, what?
Is that not the studio?
No, it's
I don't know who that is,
404-7770.
If you want, just text that number like a funny message at this point. 'Cause I don't
Whose
know
number was that? Just like
I'm not gonna lie, I
number.
think I know whose it is. But it's gonna be funnier if you guys just text like "Happy Birthday" today.
It's like watch.
So just do that.
Whose birthday is it today?
It might be their birthday tomorrow, to be honest.
Who is?
Actually, no, it's definitely their birthday.
Is it someone I know?
It's somebody you definitely know.
Is
But
it
it's
your
okay.
mom?
Oh, speaking of which, Henry...
No, like literally, that wasn't meant to be a joke. Like,
no.
Who is it?
It's definitely not my mom.
Is it Henry?
It's definitely not Henry.
Whose phone do you have
But
memorized?
Speaking of Henry, he is with my mom right now.
So
His
it's
hair
Anna.
died.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Your mom dyed my hair the first time
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Oh, when you had it blonde. Oh, you still have blonde.
I still have a blonde.
Yeah.
I used to do lavender, but my hair is just so pitch black that it takes like four bleaching sessions to get it light enough to. It got to the point where like my hair, which is like naturally curly and afro-esque, is like very. It was straight when I bleached it so many times.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
was crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing the blonde thing, I like orange.
So
yellow.
text him a happy birthday.
Who is it?
I'm not saying it.
Is it Henry?
No, it's got to be a surprise. I just want to see if I get a message.
Is it Lige?
No.
Whose birthday is it? Anyway, did you get the phone number?
Got the phone number.
All right. So this is how it's gonna work. Crystal is moderating, and is gonna be asking all the questions, and I hope that you answer them too.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. And then we're just gonna go for this. I think that what we're gonna try to do is you have to dip it and answer the question after taking a bite.
After.
Yeah. So you have
Wait,
to. We're gonna.
still in mouth.
Yeah. Bite still in like. Should we do that?
I mean,
If you can.
if you can.
If you can. Well, when appropriate. When appropriate.
It's gonna turn into like an ASMR
Yeah.
video of them just eating wings.
My favorite compressor. All right, let's do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with a non-technical. We're just gonna
Yeah.
get to know each other question, okay? And this is not even on the list, but I always ask this question of people I'm trying to get to know. So it's a boxing match. Everyone has, their special song come out that gets them super hyped up.
Mhm.
Okay, what's the song that you are choosing?
Pony.
No, you gotta eat the wing first.
Okay,
We just
hold
went
on.
over.
Oh,
it.
who's gonna go first?
Okay, I think you're supposed to dunk the wing.
Oh, am I supposed to dunk it?
These are very.
I eat wings often.
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna do whatever I want.
you
You do it however you like.
No.
Wait, Pony though. That's a very like Pony by Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very sexy song. So you're gonna go knock someone out
Mm-hmm.
to a very.
I'm gonna confuse the living hell out of them.
That works though. 'Cause
Like, think
I
about
would
it.
feel. Yeah, that works.
If I had to fight somebody, whether it be professionally or just
On
at
the
a bar,
streets.
I want the most confusing situation ever. So the whole time that I'm knocking them out, they could be like, "What the hell is going on?" So you just imagine somebody's walking up to you, about to hit you, and all you hear is bow, bow, bow. I'm not
I
getting
would be
hyped up.
confused. I would be confused. For
Yeah,
sure.
and I'm getting hyped because you're confused. It's like, yeah, I'm about to punch you in your confused face.
Yeah.
Jenny, what do you think?
Right now, my head's coming. By Kendrick Lamar. Bitch, don't come my vibe.
That works.
Bye.
Yeah.
You know, just kidding them.
I want to say that's like a calm pickup, but it's like also like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm beating your ass.
I'm trying. Hold on. Let me get a bite.
Wait, did you wing stops?
This is delicious.
I'm really good, actually. As a boxer, I'd probably be like that meme goofer that just like dances most of the time. So I'd probably carry that energy and start with some like really weird hyper J-pop, like hyper pop, like just some funny like type stuff.
Yeah.
That's probably what I do. Nothing too hard because I'm not a hard person. I wouldn't like Kendrick would be too hard for me. That's like a good.
That fits Jenny's vibe. I'd be scared of Jenny for sure.
I'd probably do some like meme hyper pop song. And then like carry a banner that's like, follow me on Twitch.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
You're your own call girl?
Logan Paul just like massaging me. Non teasing. I did take Muay Thai lessons for like a solid 3 months.
Really?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, down the street, right?
Yeah, down the street. I now know how to fight after 3 months. No, I'm just kidding.
So the next podcast stream is like a boxing match.
Oh yeah, ooh, Friday night fights. We're gonna
Yes.
start that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, that was a good start. Also, that was delicious.
Yeah, like
that
I
was
was
really
I'm about to go on my other wing. Should I just wait?
Hold on, we only have 5, so I think we
Okay.
have to do 1 per sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, then I
We should have bought more
We
wings.
got more.
All right, somebody go out for some more wings.
I
No,
brought,
we
I
can,
brought
like-
some wings, but they already have sauce on them.
Bring them out. Let's do in between
Right,
stuff.
bring
'em
Why
out,
did you bring
bring 'em
wings
out.
randomly?
I was I don't know.
You just brought wings.
I brought wings. Yeah.
He's winging it.
Or if we can Postmate it too.
We
I know, we
Postmate
could
some
just
wings.
Postmate some
Yeah.
wings.
Yeah. Uber.
This live stream, this
Postmates
podcast
sponsors.
episode is brought to you by Postmates.
Uber Eats.
Order your
DoorDash.
Postmates on
High,
Uber Eats.
high five your mates. Wait. Let's go into this. Jenny, when you're in a boxing match, what kind of boxing style do you think you do? Are you like a heavy hitter? Or are you gonna be like
I gotta
the wear
use.
them out? What kind of boxing you think
I
you
gotta
do?
use my feet, my legs, my everything.
Are you a
Everything.
sibling fighter? Like when your sibling comes at you, so you back up on the couch and you hit with every limb at the same time?
Yes.
That's,
Yes.
sibling fighter.
What?
You don't know. Yeah.
Well, I used to fight my brother a lot. We would just kick and shove and punch and everything.
Yeah, for me, I grew up with a lot of sisters. But if any of them were ever fighting each other, you'd always see like one's like backed into a corner, and so they just start flailing. And that's when you know shit's going down. The flailing has started.
Crystal, what would be your song?
Well, I've asked this question before, so I always know. But 2 Chainz, Watch Out, always gets me very ready to just walk the streets of New York and start some business. You know?
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, there was a part of me that like after I said Pony, I was like, damn, I kind of wish I said LAX.
No, Lou's theme song is.
Oh, he's talking about El Sonidito.
Oh wow, really?
That's so I see it. I like see the whole thing now. Yeah.
I just come out with my hat and everything and just like.
2 Chainz, huh? Y'all picked the cool songs.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
kind of picked like corny songs.
Did you say corny?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's all part of your fighting
Wait,
tactic,
what did you
right?
think you heard?
Yeah.
Because you were trying to confuse. You both were trying to kind of confuse your opponent.
Yeah.
Like DK comes out to a fight, follow me on Twitch.
Like,
Yeah,
no, like
exactly.
I think the way that my fighting style would be, it's like even if I lost, it would be entertaining.
Right.
Like I'll like make it entertaining. I'll get knocked out, but then I'll act like I win, and then everybody's like, "You're a loser," and then that would be like my
Like
brand.
DK's missing
DK's
a
just
tooth.
like
Wow.
DK's just entertaining to watch, regardless of the win.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's why you want to follow him on Twitch.
right. No, I would definitely just fight to the death.
Really?
Yeah.
Spoken like two.
How
true
competitive
Valley
are y'all?
girls.
Like personally?
I'm not competitive.
Really? Yeah.
Not at all.
Jenny, you find yourself being pretty competitive?
I think so.
She's too
Yeah.
competitive.
Like how competitive? Like fight? You said fight to the death.
If there's money involved.
All right, hold on. There's got to be like a financial threshold. It's $5 fight to the death.
Oh no! I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no,
that's,
you can take
that's
it.
what I'm talking about.
But if it's like thousands or millions, yes,
It's like I'm going
Thousands.
against Tyson.
I will.
Fight to the death,
I
$1,000.
would cheat too. I would cheat. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm getting that money.
I would not fight to the death for $1,000. I'm not.
1,000.
You just have like a blowhorn waiting to distract him.
Yep.
But I have a lot on the line too. Like if I died in a fight to the death,
Mhm.
my poor wife and kids.
That's
like,
why you get
my
insurance.
kids like me.
Every fighter has insurance.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, no amount of money is gonna make my kids not miss me.
Yeah, but they'll still go to college.
Yeah, right.
I mean, hopefully.
You'll still get an education.
You know, I am Asian. They'll go to college regardless. It's funny because I am the first person in my family, for as far as I know, that like didn't go to college for generations,
Well,
or that didn't finish college.
I was about to say, I don't think that's technically
First
fair
person
to
in
say.
my first person in my family that did not finish college in a while.
I think almost every engineer in our industry has the same story slightly, where we went and then suddenly we stopped. Except I walked my stage and they suddenly lost my hours. So part of me actually has graduation photos, but I did not actually graduate.
I feel like the classic engineer story is like, oh, I was gonna make it as an artist, and then it didn't. It fell through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I just record. Yeah. That's the classic. What?
Well, I feel like Jenny and I are different, and we spoke about it on our first episode, and
Episode 1.
well, we both went to college, like when we almost had to. Weren't we?
These are just for fun.
You're
Sorry.
They're
boneless.
donated wings.
Shout out
This
to
boneless?
Yes.
Wow.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah. Go on. So you both went to college.
We both went to college, but we almost felt like it was like
We were
obligated.
forced.
Because
Really?
we were both like women of color,
Cool.
and it was like the first people in our family to do that. There was like this pressure, like if you don't do this, then it's
Really?
another generation of like no one else going to college.
Yeah.
Are you both immigrants or like parents are immigrants?
My
or-
parents. So we're both first generation born Americans here, obviously. But I'm the oldest, and I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. So I was like the example for sure to go to college.
I think that's like a classic immigrant thing. So I'm an immigrant. So I moved from Japan.
Oh, okay.
And like, yeah, like I mean, if in one generation, if you're like a doctor or a lawyer, in one generation you can have respect, live in a nice neighborhood, have money, and flip it the entire role around in one generation. So it's like practical to have your kids want to be like
Yeah.
a lawyer. So yeah, that would make sense. Every immigrant wants their children to go to college. So you did. Was it a regular college or was
Yeah.
it an engineering college?
Well, they had an engineering program. I went to Cal State Dominguez Hills, and they had an audio department. So
Was it part of the
luckily-
school of music or was it part of the school of like IT or technology or what was it? Part of the school of.
I think it was part of the school of music. But
Did you have to take like theory classes?
Yes, but the cool thing is that you get a major and a minor. So the minor would be either you want to do music or you want to do a graphic designing.
Oh, what did you decide to do?
Graphic design.
Smart.
So I learned a little bit like Photoshop.
That's
and
super
everything
smart.
in the Adobe software.
That's dope.
Nice.
But
I'm a
yeah.
Canva pro.
Oh wow.
I did not know Photoshop for my life, but I can hack that Canva like crazy. So did you all meet in college or where'd you
No.
go as well, Crystal?
They met in December.
Yeah. I
Wait,
know I look like a
wait.
young college grad, but
Wait. Y'all met in December,
yeah.
as in like 7 months ago.
Yeah. Where did we meet? Oh yeah, we met. We met at this.
Well, you were in New York. Oh, that's
yeah,
why.
yeah. I moved here, so but I wasn't like socializing because of the pandemic.
pandemic?
right?
Mhm.
So
Like you came by briefly, like when you first
Yeah.
moved in.
yeah, and then I went back into like not so.
When did you move to LA from New York?
December 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize because I think we met briefly once before now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's interesting. So where did you go to college?
American University in Washington D.C.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that part of the music program, or was there like a degree
Music
for it?
program, but it was a degree for audio technology.
Cool.
And
Did you have
then-
to take theory core?
Yeah.
Did you do theory core?
I I did theory basics.
Dude,
I don't think the school actually gave it a name.
I had to do theory core, like theory 1 through 4, and then music history and whatnot. It was
Yeah.
music history 1 that made me quit college. They're like, here's 9 pages of an opera score,
Yeah.
and we're gonna test you on one of the pages, and you have to memorize the entire score. And after that, I quit. I was like, nah, this is not it.
Yeah.
And they pity passed me through theory. Theory was harder than math. Like my brain was hurting. I would every day I'd do homework for 2 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Like every day.
I went to grad school as well.
Oh,
And
really?
So, and I also had to take theory classes, but I was taking theory classes with highly trained musicians and singers that were that's all they did. And then it was me who just was looking at Pro Tools all day. And I would argue with my professor all the time because he had me stand up in front of the class and sing, and I'm not a singer, and it was a freaking nightmare. I hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
I had to do a lot of singing. I was definitely a singer. But I was in school in Utah. And so I was the token brown kid. So everybody else was doing musicals, and I was singing Bruno Mars, and I was fucking chill with that. I was cool with that. Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars, they just had me. They just let me sing whatever I want, because I would complain every time. They're like, what about this musical song? And I'm like, nah, throw me some Stevie Wonder. I want to do that. And they were always okay with it. They didn't let anybody else do it, but they were okay with me doing it, which is great. I had a lot of at my school, you also have to shave, because it was BYU. It's a private school. It's a church school, so I'd have to shave. But I was like, this is funny. It's the only time in my life where I genuinely think I had privilege because I was brown. I had brown privilege, and they were too intimidated to talk to me. So I had facial hair and earrings, and I was singing whatever I want to do. I never studied. Real story. Hold on. I paid one of my interns to do my practical piano class for me because it was online. The lessons were online. And so I was like, okay, it's I could spend, I calculated because I'm pretty bad at piano. I was like, I could spend a couple hundred hours this semester practicing each song that I suck at piano and pass, or I could pay a protege $50 an hour to finish the entire course for me in 2 hours. $100, I paid this kid, passed the entire class for me. Best $100 I've ever. You know how much money I made in those 100 hours, 100 plus hours that I would have been spent. Best investment of my life. Totally would have gotten kicked out of school if anybody found out. But
Well, I guess it's a good thing you didn't pass, because if an old teacher heard that, he'd be like, you know what, revoking this grade.
Did you enjoy school, both of y'all?
Yeah, it was because we went to university, so it's the college life status. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun.
Were you in any sororities?
No. Dominguez Hills doesn't have they do have them, but they're not as strong where they have Sorority Road and all that stuff. It's just it's a commuter school.
Yeah.
But I had fun as a college student, definitely.
So this is a hot topic.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all recommend college for up and coming engineers?
We talked about this too. I think it's very dependent on your situation. Looking back at it, right? There's so much debt that's incurred. Is that debt even worth it?
Yeah.
For myself,
grad
school was super worth it. I wouldn't say my bachelor's degree was as much.
Really?
You need the bachelor's obviously to go to grad school. But yeah, grad school. I went to NYU for music technology, and it was the best 2 years ever. I got to work in an amazing studio every day. Then I interned at a New York facility at night, and then I also was able to travel to Prague with my class and record orchestras and record just really amazing musicians in Europe in these really famous sound stages. So I did that. We studied immersive audio way before this wave happened, because I went to school from 2015 to 2017. So I felt I got super educated on all of the content of immersive audio beforehand.
That's awesome.
I feel grad school is really, because that's when you get to focus in on a very specific thing.
I didn't realize there was grad school for music technology. I was kind of
I mean, it's really these people then go out and are coding Pro Tools or coding the software that's making spatial audio for Apple.
So it's also a bunch of coders. It's not.
Oh yeah, it's a big so that's what I'm saying, you get to focus in. So it's like music tech, right? But then there's people that are coding like in MATLAB. There's game audio people that are doing amazing like sound design work for video games. There's people that are just focusing in on recording for film scoring. There's people that, like me, that did immersive audio recordings. There's psychology for music. It's like a whole bunch of just different.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can I ask how much was it for 2 years?
I don't remember. I definitely had a scholarship, so
Oh,
I didn't have a full
that's
scholarship,
super
but I
nice.
had a half scholarship. But I don't remember how much it was entirely. I did it though because I really wanted to live in New York. Because like working at a New York studio to me was like a very big dream of mine.
That's so.
Yeah. So
How is the music scene in New York compared to
That's
LA?
great.
I mean, you've only been here, I guess, 7 months.
Yeah, I'm from here, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I've never worked here, so
Yeah.
I do feel like fresh meat out here. But New York is like, I think it's great. It's everyone's super welcoming, which is not like, you know, what people expect of New Yorkers.
Ian, let's bring on the next sauce.
Next sauce.
Yeah, New York is crazy.
Sauce me up, Ian.
Wait, what's
Actually,
the
can you put the
sauce?
sauce on my vocals?
Wait, what sauce
It's
is
gonna be.
What is this sauce?
Korean barbecue.
Yes.
Korean barbecue. Oh,
I love
really?
this one. This one's good.
I'm now realizing that you could have at least had the mild ones, right?
No, that's fine.
Alright.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not even gonna say it. Never mind.
Alright.
Yeah.
You're right.
This is Korean barbecue's not bad.
That's
So out of all the Asians, we set this off stream. Chinese people, Korean people, and obviously all the Southeast Asian people like spicy foods. Japanese people do not eat any spicy foods. It's like for generations, my ancestors' bowels have never really
really had to
their
deal
bowel
with it,
tracts
huh?
are not made for spicy food. Also, real story. This is real. My mom's side of the family is from Okinawa and is from like royalty, not royalty, but like high class. And to the point where my grandparents are first cousins.
Word.
And I did not know that until I like turned 20. And the first time I discovered that, I was freaked out. But it was because like they were inbreeding because they were like royalty.
Yeah.
So like in like five degree pedigree chart, I had to make like a 5 degree family generation chart at one point in my life. There's only 2 last names on the entire thing. There's supposed to be like 60 plus.
They were definitely
So
keeping
if I'm crazy, and we have this thing in my family, like all my kids had it too. Like we sometimes get skin tags, like my babies and siblings have. My uncle had it. I have small ones that never really fully formed. My kids had them, then we had to like clip them. It's so normal to inbreed apparently in my family that like if you have these skin tags, then it's a sign of good luck and wealth, or it's just a freaking genetic disorder. Come on, like.
That's crazy.
So I had to clip him off my oldest and my youngest. Well, he's. I want to be sensitive, but he's already damaged. So like we kept him as a cute thing because he's got Down syndrome and like he's so cute and he's already had enough surgery. He had to do open heart surgery. That shit was crazy. But his is not as bad. My first one had a big one on his cheek, and it was like hey, it was like fun to like touch. And they like clipped it out. But yeah, that's what happens when you inbreed for generations.
You get a DK.
Royalty, yeah. Is it all worth it for money? I don't know. I guess it's. Anyway, let's move on to the second question. Crystal, you got a good one for us?
Yeah.
Let's answer it, Lou, or let's answer Jenny, DK, Lou. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is really for you too. I'm going off script again.
Okay,
but
cool. It's cool.
You
it's
guys
cool.
heard why we started our podcast, but why did you guys start your podcast?
Is this a dipping sauce question? I don't.
No, I mean you eat as you like.
Why did we? So I started the podcast in 2019. I'm a part owner in a podcast marketing firm. So I'm one of 3 owners. I was the only one of the 3 owners that had no experience actually running a podcast. So I mean, with all of this marketing and production that we're doing for other people, I was like, just so I know what the heck is going on, I should probably start my own podcast for fun. And I was an audio engineer, and so I started it. the podcast more as an experiment. Like, it was just meant to be a passion project, nothing big. But then we also used my for the analytics. We also used my podcast as an experiment to try a few things to back up some of our research that we had done. Because we're a marketing firm, we have a lot of proprietary analytics that like nobody else in the world has. And so we used it as an experiment. It did really well. So I was the number one podcast in music, music commentary, hobbies. On Apple Podcasts, like number one new podcast for like a couple weeks, and so it all of our experimenting really worked out, which went into other stuff. It got like that was a huge kickstart to our show, and then after that, like it was really on the initial period that the company helped out, and then after that, like it just kind of became a habit. Like I did this every week, and honestly, it was just fun to do. I didn't realize how much I liked talking. And people found it helpful, and yeah, that's just how it was. And then when I moved out here, I was like, Lou, I gotta have you on. Like because doing it by yourself is really dope, but it's hard. Like talking solo into a camera for 20 minutes at a time. We had some like really dope, deep conversations that people always like reach out and say that it changed their life or was like really great. But like it is so much more emotionally easier to do when there's someone to bounce off of.
Yeah.
And Lou really helped me out.
I'm a pretty bouncy guy.
But yeah, Lou got on the show, and Lou's been on the show now for
over a year now.
Almost coming up on 2 years.
So we are celebrating 2-year anniversary of In the Mix Studios opening August 1st. So a week and a half from now.
So
yeah.
Party.
Oh yeah, actually we were talking about that. Maybe doing a little shindig.
Wow, a fighting one, and right?
Yeah.
In the ring.
Oh yeah.
So
we'll be in the zone. I don't know.
Auto zone.
In the zone, auto zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, it was kind of funny because like when I joined on, I don't. You could ask DK. We had many conversations where I just kind of bite back on the idea of me being the face of anything. Because I don't really enjoy being on camera all the time.
Well, I feel like that's why we're engineers. No.
The spice kicked afterwards. It's not too bad though. I can handle this. But I was like, this is sweet. This is not a spicy one at all.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of funny because I was like at first I'm like, well, this is dope. Like this helps him out. It helps us out as a studio. Like it's a new business. Like I'm willing to try things. So when we did our first couple episodes, I was like, let me just be animated, whatever. You know, and we did a bunch of episodes. People seemed to like it, and I have to say, like, later on it got easier, which actually kind of opened the door for doing more content creation with less, I guess you could say, personal ego getting in the way of things. Because, like you said, we're engineers. We're not really prone to being the ones wanting to be in the limelight. You know, we tend to be in the background. We tend to be more support characters to our clients and to the projects. Even though we do play a pretty major role, we tend to still put ourselves behind because we're not on the front of the album. We're on the back. You know, but...
Hopefully somewhere there, at least.
Somewhere, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But...
not on Spotify, that's for sure.
Yeah,
on
not
Tidal.
on Spotify. Tidal? Get Tidal.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, it's kind of wild. So, like, jumping on it with DK was kind of a weird experience at first. Yeah, but overall, panned out well.
What about for y'all? So, True Peak Hour is new, relatively new. Y'all do bi-weekly, so every other week?
Yeah, but the set of episodes that we've been releasing, we recorded before I had my baby. So we like recorded a bunch for a month, and then we've been rolling those out while I've been like on maternity leave. And we just started recording again this past month. But the episodes do come out bi-weekly, and we're lucky enough to be able to record them at Engineers, which is nice of them. And yeah, it's nice. It's the first few episodes for sure, like you said, Lou, was like, it was like took a little bit for us to like get comfortable, but now we have fun with it for sure.
Yeah, now we're just like ready to record the next one. We always try to record them like beforehand, but hopefully we get to record them like you do when you do like live sessions.
To be honest, like the live streams kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because once again, I'm not very fond about being like the star of anything. Like, if I ever go to a club, which I never go to, I'm the guy that's like, yo, let me buy everybody drinks. Y'all enjoy yourselves. I'm gonna kick back. So doing the live stream was like, they can hear everything I say right now.
Yeah.
Like, what if I say something stupid?
Yeah, no. I mean, that's how it comes, right? Like, at the first few episodes we recorded, I remember I was editing. I mean, I'm the one editing stuff, so I'm just like, oh, that was stupid. Let me delete it. You know, it's like, you have more control, but I'm pretty sure... I feel like recording all these episodes kind of trains me to, like, talk better and make sure I'm saying the right things and stuff like that. That's why I like doing it.
Let me ask you, do you... Because I felt like this happened to me. Did you ever get a case of imposter syndrome at the beginning stage? Like your personal belief in that you were a valid source to speak on certain subjects?
Yes. But I think having a podcast with Crystal just helps me be like, nah, I mean, I'll send her the edit or anything I'm thinking about, and she'll like say, if she gives me good feedback, I'm like, bet, like, let's do this, you know, like she gives me support.
Yeah.
If I was doing it on my own, I would definitely not put it out, you know, or anything.
Yeah, the imposter syndrome thing is for like super real. Especially, it's like, why should people listen to us?
Yeah.
About what we've experienced and stuff. But then I found through our conversation, we do like, oh, you also experienced that, or you do something differently. That's interesting. Let's talk about that more. Yeah, I think we've had some sort of fulfilling career so far that we can speak on that.
Yeah, that's why I like that I got to join in on the podcast, because like part of it is like I just bought a new camera and everything to do content creation.
Right.
More recently this year than before, I've been getting paid to do like tutorial videos for like different companies. Like I recently got hired by like Antares to do the Latin American ones.
Cool.
But like part of it is like, okay, I've got the credits. I know I've been around. I've worked with everybody under the sun, but imposter syndrome doesn't go away even with experience. It only goes away after you kind of get over yourself.
So I think the way that I've gotten over imposter syndrome is that my brand, and I tell myself, I'm a dumbass. And once expectations are low, anytime I say something dumb, I'm like, oh yeah, of course, I'm a dummy.
That's on brand.
And then every time I do something smart, I'm like, oh my gosh!
Genius.
Yeah, so that's how I've gotten over it. Honestly, I don't listen to my own podcast too often because I know I say dumb things, but I also know that like the dumb things is what makes it like, I don't want to try too hard. I don't want the podcast to be too hard. Hard. I'll do the try hard stuff for YouTube, but not for the podcast.
Like I don't think you really edit anything out.
No, it's super raw. We like totally do our episodes raw. Unless I say something like wildly inappropriate, which has only happened once.
I
and
mean,
I had to
was
like
it on a live
backtrack.
stream?
No, I probably got into something that we should not even start talking about.
Well, here.
No, it was about chickens and hot wings. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go into number 3.
Okay, so now
This is OG. What is this?
Original spicy.
Original
you
spicy.
have that
Yeah,
with
grab
the
that
boneless
one.
wings.
I'll keep this
Keep it.
one. I like this
So
one.
I'm not gonna lie, what I've been doing is just taking the choice piece and just letting it sit in there, like let
I've seen
really
it.
sit
I've seen it.
out.
It's been soaking. It's marinating
Yeah, I just if I'm gonna feel it, I want to feel it.
in your soul.
Can you
Okay,
feel
I'm
it a
gonna
little bit?
jump to a more industry-related question, and I'm gonna get to the hot take. So here's
Okay.
a hot one.
Oh, no.
It says, can you talk about a time that you had an annoying session and how you maintained your cool and went through it?
Yeah.
that was the perfect result. Yeah.
Damn. Who's going first?
You got it, Lou. You got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
You jumped
Oh, you gotta take a bite though. You gotta
I
take a
know,
bite
I know,
though.
I know. That's why. Like,
I don't have a good. My story's not that good, so like.
Mine's neither.
Annoying is such a general word too. That's kind of the challenge in like choosing the one. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not good with spicy. This is like everything about this game show is just so off brand. Like
I'll tell you something before I take this bite and answer the question. If my mom knew I was doing this right now, she'd be busting her ass out. She's like, dude, he used to cry for a jalapeno.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
I'd
was my
still
punishment. When
cry
I was a
for
kid, if I
jalapenos.
did something wrong, my dad would cut a jalapeno open. He'd be like, eat it. And I'd be like, no!
Start melting.
Yeah, like I'd back into a corner like, not the jalapeno.
Damn. I'm a fan of hot Cheetos, so
Dude,
I
the
can
last
support
one was a
some.
little spicy too. The sweet Korean sauce, like the
It was
the
it
back
was
end
like,
kick was spicy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but like, is it all Latinos that love hot Cheetos? Because I didn't like hot Cheetos until I met my fiance.
I love hot Cheetos, but I think it's like also the demographics, like
We like spicy things.
Yeah, in like the East Coast, different, more of the Caribbean, like Latinos can't not handle spicy food. So I'd be like the only one like going through hot Cheetos. I'm like, oh, you guys don't like them? Yeah, it's very.
It might be an LA thing for sure.
a very big LA thing for sure.
Okay.
All right, go for it,
let's
Lou.
do this.
But this is not that spicy. This is supposed to be OG. This is OG. This is like the casual one, right? Should we
I
go
can
for it
smell
too?
it.
Go for it. Okay,
It smells
go
like
for it, Lou.
Frank's hot sauce.
Yes.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. What was this? Wingstop?
Yeah.
Wingstop is the best wings on earth. Guaranteed.
Yo, this OG tastes bomb.
It is.
I like
I won't name
He
names
does.
just because everybody involved was a relevant name. It was just one of those sessions I was working at. Well, I wasn't working at the studio. My client hired me to do an album for 2 months. And we were bouncing studios every like 2-3 weeks. We swapped major studios. We went to like Malibu, to North Hollywood, to fucking, at one point we went East Coast for like a weekend and then came back and all that. But we had a session where we had 8 multi-platinum artists, some of them Grammy winning, some of them Grammy nominated. And we had like Grammy nominated and winning writers in the room. Like it was like 14, 15, people involved in the production in the room. But everybody was also smoking backwoods and tons of weed, and there was tons of Don Julio on the table and everything. We were going through like bottles like nothing. So obviously everybody was in like a mindset where like they're all vibing, they're all trying to write, they're all trying to do their thing. And to a point, I get it, But there comes a time where like everybody's vibing so hard. Damn, DK.
I'm not gonna make this stream.
What?
I'm not gonna make it through this
Do you need us to
stream.
get you a bucket?
You know what? This is where my competitiveness.
Tell your story faster, Lou.
Okay, so everybody's fucked up, and I'm sitting in the chair, and we're trying to finish one of these songs. We had already recorded like 6 concepts in like 6 hours. Like every hour we were moving on, so the session's moving quick. At some point, everybody is calling out like different requests, like, oh, let me get on the mic, let me do this, let me do that, oh, change this here, change that. There was no sense of order to the session. There was no clear leader, and the person that hired me, I looked to them, and they also were kind of in their zone and everything, and I'm just like, okay. So I look at the main producer, I'm like, hey man, everybody's kind of everywhere, this is your production, like, do you want to lead the pack, or like, what do we want to do? He's like, yeah. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna follow your lead. Dude walked away and left me there by myself. I'm like, great, so now I've got all these like major artists and major writers in the room, and I'm like the new guy to everybody. Like I only work with my client. At a certain point, everybody starts yelling their demands, and I'm just like, look, everybody one at a time. Like I can't do a million things by myself. There has to be order in a session. Like most productions that go haywire and don't go anywhere are out of chaos. Most records that do well tend to have some sense of order, some leader to the project, somebody that can actually execute.
Right.
There definitely was none of this in sight, so at a certain point, I actually had to just kind of like stand up and literally just tell people, I'm like, hey, y'all need to figure this out. I'll be right back in like 5 minutes. Let me know who's in charge. Yeah, I came back, everything got back into motion. I'm like, at a certain point, you just have to stand up and be like, look, you guys are doing too much. Like, you'll get fired most times, but choose your relationship, choose your battles. But annoying sessions are when nobody has any sense of order and everybody's yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dying, bro. I'm dying. We're at OG. We're at level 3.
I have a shoulder.
My lips hurt. My mustache hurts.
I know. I was gonna
I-
add on, but I was like, I can't make you suffer any longer.
No,
make
he
him
can say a
suffer.
story.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, like, I think a key takeaway is owning the room, and that there should always be a leader of the room.
Yeah.
And as an engineer, that's really falls on you, even though someone might hire you and there's like an outside.
You're the silent leader.
Yeah. Yes, like it's your room. You gotta control it. Like other people have offices, you know, but this is literally your office. You know, the classic engineer post, like office for
exactly.
the day.
Office for the day.
Yeah, but it really is that situation where you gotta own it.
Exactly, and that's where, like I was saying, like you have to kind of like weigh your relationship with the client. Like if you're just being hired as like some random engineer, you may not actually have control of the situation. You may actually just be the one that's kicked out of the room and swapped out for saying anything.
Yeah.
But thankfully, in my case, like on that same project, there was the following day. I guess one of the writers didn't know me well enough because, like, me and my client have been working for years. But one of the writers didn't really know how we work and all that kind of stuff. So apparently, they thought I was talking back. I never talk back to my clients. I never do anything like that. Like, if I need to say something, I will say something, but I never argue. There's no point in arguments at all. If there was ever an argument in one of my sessions...
Lou's pretty high in agreeableness.
Yeah, like, I don't argue with clients, period. They're paying me. Why am I going to argue? But I remember one of the writers thought, I guess I was talking back or arguing or something, and my relationship with my client is, she called me the next day to tell me, she was like, hey... you know, I just wanted to talk to you about this situation. She didn't fire me. She didn't say anything. She was like, okay, cool. I just wanted clarity on what was happening.
Yeah.
And we moved on. That was it. So, like, the cool thing is, like, I was in a position where I could say something.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case. But if you're a producer, if you're a writer or whatever, and you're being hired to execute a project for somebody, take control of that. If you're an engineer that's being hired by the artist and they're trusting you to help them execute, take control of that. Yeah. But there's got to be some order, or else those projects usually don't go anywhere, and you're just wasting each other's time.
Yeah.
Is that milk?
So the question was annoying?
Annoying sessions.
No, I don't need the milk.
Okay, I have it on
I don't want the milk. I'm gonna make it.
I like the defensiveness.
The question was annoying, right? That was
Yes.
the key word? Annoying. Y'all probably have good stories because I have not had as much tracking experience as y'all. So I did a lot of tracking in Utah, but like tracking a bunch of Mormons is like very different. I have a funny story though. I don't know if this counts as annoying. Probably the funniest thing that was annoying, it was borderline annoying, but like the funniest thing that's ever happened is I had a dude that came to the studio, did the most like ratchet thing ever. He like took off his hoodie, shook his hoodie, and out of like his pocket, he like shook out some coke. The most, I'm telling, is the sketchiest thing ever, okay?
In Utah?
This is in Utah.
What?
And I'm like,
coke in Utah?
in Utah, people ask me, like, can I swear in your studio? Can I bring beer into the studio? Because it's like super Mormon, so like,
Yeah.
Anyway, the bro shakes, without asking me, shakes off coke from his hoodie, snorts it, and like, with his friends that are girls, and his buddies are there too, he starts recording, like, singing, rapping. And, like, at one point, he starts complaining about this beef that's happening. He's like, yo, like, first off, it's way annoying. He's way annoying. He's talking too much. And more than normal. And he's like, oh, you know, my girl, I think she's threatening that, like, she's telling me that she's pregnant. I don't think she is. And, like, he's high as fuck. And so he's like, I don't think she is. I know my shit ain't long enough to get in that deep. And so he, like, in front of everyone, just, like, confesses, like, that he's, like, a very small wiener. And then it wasn't like a haha. What was that? What's that reel right now? Haha, haha, not haha funny, haha weird. And like everybody in the room got silent, and I guess he realized what he just said on accident, and like he wasn't sarcastic, and we all knew it. We're like, anyway, on to this next vocal take. That's probably the funniest thing I've ever had in this studio session.
Hilarious. Yeah.
And that was just weird. It was annoying. I think the most annoying one that I get is mostly because I'm like almost purebred mixer. Is like
a purebred mixer.
Like I don't do anything. I don't do anything else like outside of mixing anymore.
So
very much.
Who had to make you?
But it's like most of my annoyingness comes from like revisions and people just like. People just not realizing, like I've done so many times where like the revisions are so ridiculous that I just send them like mix revision, I change nothing.
Yeah.
And that they're like, yeah, that's great. And I'm like, you're fucking annoyed. That's like, but I won't say anything in customer service.
Yeah.
But that's my story, that's it. I don't have anything super duper crazy. I know y'all have more crazy stuff.
I don't have super the only one I can remember right now is that I got called into a random session like around 11 in the morning. I pulled up and... random. They were just like, yo, pull up to the studio.
Did you know who it was?
No. I just know, like, the studio owner was like, yo, they're booking the session. I've never worked with this person before, but they need an engineer last minute, pull up. So I pulled up, and I pulled up early, make sure everything was working. It was a super rainy day, I do remember that. So I go in, fix up everything, and making sure everything works right. So then this lady pulls up. I don't know where she's from, but she doesn't speak any English.
What does she speak?
I think it was like Russian or something. She pulled up with her producer there. I
No
guess.
English or like way broken?
Broken. Like she had, I don't know what she was gonna sing. So she pulled up, and then the producer and the writer pulled up. The writer spoke English. He was the one who booked the session, but the producer was the one translating for her. So she walks in, she looks around, and then she just like makes a face, and I was just like, what the hell? And mind you, I had never been to the studio before. It was my first time too. So she walks around, and then they're like explaining to her like, oh, this is where we record, this is the booth, da da da. And I guess, you know, we're about to start recording, and she doesn't like, she's just standing there looking at the mic, and she doesn't sing. And then they're like, what's going on? And like at this point you're like, is it my fault? You know, is it working? Can she hear herself? And like I'm trying to let her know, like, can you hear yourself? And then she's just like, she's like whispering, and I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? And then like I guess she translates. She tells the guy like, this is not the mic I want. And then like the studio was very cheap. They only have one mic, which was like the Sony 800. And she's like, oh no, this is not the mic I want. And then
What did she say? I want a 58.
I think she wanted like her mic was a Neumann or whatever.
Really?
And but the point was that she spent there an hour, didn't sing anything, because that was in the mic that she usually sings on. And the guy was telling her like, yo, this is only scratch vocals in order for the songwriter to write something for you. Apparently she comes from a lot of money, so that's why they were paying these people to be there. But
not that much apparently. Cheap booking the cheap room.
Yeah. I know, right? I guess that
a lot of money.
I guess she walked in thinking it was gonna be like a big SSL board and like all this stuff, but I mean, I don't know. It was
Where's
just
the
like,
caviar?
Yeah. In Russian though, like she just didn't sing anything, and she was just like, she'll try to sing, but it was like really weird because it would just whispers would come out, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was so fucking weird. At some point, she just left, and then the songwriter was like, I'm so sorry, we wasted your time. I was like, no.
Did you get paid?
I did get paid.
Oh yeah,
but
no waste my time.
You whisper all you want.
I know, right? But I was just like, what the hell happened? Like, I don't know.
That was weird. That's weird.
That's a weird session.
No, after we complete the round, you reminded me of probably a more annoying time that kind of goes along with that, but I'm gonna wait till.
Yeah, Crystal, I want to hear.
Yeah,
annoying is a very specific.
Yeah.
I feel like every session I've done in New York, at like, not every session, but like, oh my god. Especially working at a commercial facility where it was like big rooms and like capacity to have an entourage. Anytime there was an entourage, I was for sure going to be annoyed, because the way it happens is the entourage thinks they're like the artist, and I'm trying to, usually I was assisting at this time, I'm trying to like tend to the session and, you know, check mics are working, lines are working, and then you have people come in and ask you like, yo, you got some food menus, and just like a lot of that. But probably the most annoying.
Hey, tell him I got this idea for this verse.
Yeah, I just like.
Can I play my song real fast?
The most annoying thing would be, there's one guy who just kept inviting girls to the studio, to like this one session, and he kept saying like, yo, where the vibes at? Then he started arguing with one of his girls, like, they're just like bickering in the background, and we're recording in the control room, so I was recording this time. I was like, like, and they were just going back and forth, like having a whole little breakup. It was so awkward to listen to while recording a song.
For like a breakup?
Yeah, it was like they literally like were like breaking up in the background, and I'm like, and finally to the point where like the artist was like, yo, can you guys take this outside? It was just, but then he kept inviting other girls while they were breaking up, so then I had to like go and get other girls to let them into the studio. and like I had to keep stopping like tracking because I like let my assistant go on a run or something, and it was just
That's
it was
weird,
so
like-
it was a lot.
Damn.
There's a lot going on, but breaking up and more girls.
We have crazy stories here, but I don't think annoying is the word. Just unexpected and weird. Like, especially coming from Utah and LA.
I call it annoying.
We've had to tell clients, no, you cannot buy unregistered firearms here in the studio.
Actually, I was gonna bring that one up.
No, you cannot film your OnlyFans porno here. No, you cannot.
Yeah, that both of those actually happened.
Those were really,
and
like,
I
in
was
the
on
first
site for
month.
them. It was-
What the fuck?
No, you cannot hold out your. We had another
Oh yeah, you
female
can't
engineer.
wave your gun
DB.
around in a session.
Yeah, you cannot wave your gun around in a session. Like, shit like that. Like, there's weird stuff that's, like, super LA. Like, there's many things that we've had outside the
Dude.
studio, too. So, like, there was a point when I moved here. I don't smoke anymore, but I was experimenting with weed heavily when I moved here. Of course, we're in LA, right? One of the first times I ever smoked, I was, like, I took one huge hit. I was blasted off. I've never smoked weed before. I was gone. I was coughing for 20 minutes straight. I am starfishing in the parking lot, like just trying to like blend in with the pavement because I'm like so embarrassed about how high I am. Like I'm skipping through time. That's how high I am right now. Like I'm hallucinating, and weed is not a hallucinogen. and I remember like it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, in the parking lot, just like right outside the studio, and I hear a dude riding like ching ching like with his like that's not an Asian thing, like not ching ching like Asian, but ching ching like bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like, oh, I can hear the pedaling going on, so I'm like just like trying to stay still because I was in my high state of mind. I was convinced that if I stayed perfectly still, nobody would notice how weird I was being, just like slaying down in the parking lot. Lou and one of our first interns at the time, like just stares at the dude passing out, and I'm like, and passing by on his bike, and I'm just trying like not to like, please don't notice how weird this is. Please don't notice how this is. So I just kept looking up, like high out of my mind. Lou comes up to me later. He's like, bro, that dude that just passed by you, did you see him? Did you like? It's a good thing you weren't that close because he was butt naked.
Yeah. So basically, as DK says, he was Patrick starring on the floor, in the back parking lot here. It definitely was that late at night. But suddenly, like me and the intern were just kind of like standing there chilling against our car. We're like making sure DK is good and everything. But out comes a biker. He's wearing a helmet, shoes, no socks, no underwear, no anything. But he had the audacity to ride his bike and be like, he looked at us like we were weird. And that dude was like full ding dong out.
What?
Hold on. Important details though. Bro had socks and shoes on.
No socks, just shoes.
Just shoes, no socks, shoes, and a helmet on. And he was well bathed.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was well bathed. So it was. It was.
I mean, fuck it. Did you see the nude bike colony that happened in downtown recently? It was like 2 weeks ago. Like it was nothing but nude people, like about like 30, 40 of them, just riding bikes all throughout downtown. Like
Junior sent me a video of that.
Junior.
Well, not like it was a censored video, so he didn't like send me a video of just
it wasn't
naked people.
censored. It was.
No, well, he put it on Instagram and he like put a big bar over it so we can see it. But yeah, no, that was a real thing.
Yeah, he sent me.
I mean, they can't arrest all of us, right? That's like, I guess that's the mentality.
But
right?
it was just really funny, like hearing that video too. Did you hear the beginning of it where he's like, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, this is really happening. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit." That's a lot of ding dongs. And it was all like middle-aged and older people.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Having 2 boys though, these children love being naked. Like if they can run, like, as soon as the diapers are off or like after shower, they run just so they could be naked just a few seconds longer. And like ever since then, I feel like I walk around the house more often naked just because like I get it now. Like, oh, they enjoy it. That must be some sort of like innate thing. Like it just feels great.
No.
My nephew's like that, but my son, I don't know, he's still in newborn phase, but anytime he's naked, it's like World War III. He's like the only little, like, child I know that's like that. Like, anytime I'm changing
like, he'll fight. Like, he'll be like, I don't want to get clothes back on!
He hates it. But, yeah, maybe he'll turn away and just enjoy being naked.
My son is annoying. He'll be like, he'll do some dumb shit, and he'll be like, it's like, he's like, I know, this is fun! And, like, run around the couch. My youngest, So we have a crew of 3, right? So I'm Donkey Kong. My middle child is Diddy Kong, and my youngest Downy Kong. I love him to death. And he's never peed outside of his diaper, so I've never seen him like pee or poop like outside of his stuff. Young dude, any chance he'll get, like he'll pee or poop, like
Really?
anywhere he can. Not poop, but pee.
Didn't he try to poop in the middle of your carpet, like live action poop?
Like, and if he not. That's true. This is true. I had to it was slow mo. Ooh no, and he's like squatting over like the rug. He's trained now. But anyway, wild, crazy parenting stories. We won't get into those because I could talk about that forever. Let's go on to the next question.
Yeah.
To the next swing.
I'm gonna throw a few cameo sprinkles on the annoying ones.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a session where the artist is so leaned out they fell asleep in front of the microphone?
Yeah, all the
mid-take?
time.
That's
All
what's
the time.
annoying.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, 3 a.m. sessions where the song loops
Yeah.
Yep.
like
Yeah.
20 times and you're
And they
like,
still haven't done anything.
Yeah.
no.
Do you remember?
And then 6 a.m. comes around and the session's done and they're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I gotta
Yeah.
record real quick. And I'm
yeah,
like,
it's
no,
like,
no,
can you
it's
mix
fine.
it? Do you remember the time I called because I got hired for a session? They had a Pro Tools HD system, but no Pro Tools. They had Logic, and I don't record in
What
Logic.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, we called
Hell
Nels.
no, walk out.
They called the producer that's good friends with DK,
Yeah.
Nels, crazy producer, but he only works in Logic. So like, okay, cool. Hey, can you help us out? At this point, like these guys had just arrived. They were just smoking weed. I didn't realize they were drinking lean because they just had like regular like soda cups or whatever. But like
Son of
as
a
we're
son.
waiting for them, I'm like, "Yo, are you good?" And he'd just be like,
That's wild. That's
"What?
wild.
Oh yeah.
You
no,
pay so much money.
no."
That's an expensive nap. I'm not gonna lie.
No, yeah, especially at my rate.
Yeah, so-
but it was just really funny. So there's that. Then there's like dudes that are like the posse, and maybe they don't act like they're the artist or whatever,
I'm gonna wait.
but they're so like I had a session where like one of the posse members was so coked out that he kept trying to reach for the monitors and trying to crank them to full blast while the artist was recording in the actual room. But we had to keep like swatting him down. He was like Donkey
Down
Kong
boy.
in like Super Smash Bros. Like everybody else had to team up against this one player. Like, yo, get him away, get him away. Yeah, but
Did you already eat it?
dude,
I did.
Is it spicy? Okay. Ask the next question.
Well, I was
She's
gonna-
gotta say it.
That one's gonna kick.
what's the craziest request a client's made? I feel like you guys almost touched on that when you guys said people were trying to film some crazy things.
They didn't ask
Oh.
that time.
Craziest
They just did
request.
Not a crazy request. It's more like they got bummed out. I worked for this recording label. Big recording label has a studio in Hollywood, and you can't smoke in there.
Yeah.
And like the big artists pull up, and when you be like, "Oh, you can't smoke in there," it'd be like, "Ah," and then the session gets cut short.
Yeah, they need it.
Yeah, they need it. So, I mean, that sucks. To
The
tell
weird-
the artist you can't smoke in here.
So
The
what?
weird part is like, why not just smoke outside? Like in our case,
Well,
like,
the
we're
problem
the same way here.
was it was in a building, and you have to go
Oh.
downstairs, and the street in the front is Hollywood Boulevard,
Yeah.
right where the stars are at.
Yeah.
So it's like they don't want to be out there smoking in the street,
Mhm.
and if they're famous, they don't want to be out there smoking in the street.
public,
Yeah.
So the question one more time. The question was
Craziest request a client's
craziest request. I don't know if I have any. I think
It's
crazy
not
requests
crazy,
are
but-
like, hey, please boost the reverb 0.2 dBs in this chorus.
You gotta take the bites.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
really have any crazy like other than
I just got a revision said, can you boost? I don't know what it was, but they said 0.025.
Sorry.
Can you boost the? Let's say it was like a kick or a vocal. Like, can you just boost it like 0.25? And I was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, all right, but I didn't even like move it.
yeah, of course,
You know?
of course.
Yeah,
You
why
don't. You
would
do,
you?
that's not even a decimal point you can do in Pro Tools.
0.25.
Oh, 0.25.
No,
No, 0.025.
0.25.
Yeah, 0.25.
Okay.
Like, what
You can do
increment is that?
2, 0.2, 0.3. You round up
No,
5.
but-
You technically round up.
I mean, if you use the gain plugin, you can do it.
Technically. But like that's so. If you can hear that,
You can't hear that.
You cannot. I'd turn that shit down 0.25 and see if they notice.
Right?
pettiness.
Nah, I did not
Oh, what
do
the?
anything.
I'm gonna eat this though. And then the craziest thing someone has requested me to do is eat spicy shit. This is just so out of pocket for me. I was dying with the original
From
one.
here, it looks like it's tangy.
I've been doing
Yeah.
others.
Like I'm really excited for this one.
Funniest request is like recording. I've had to like people requesting funny stuff. Like, can I record this or can I do this? Oh, this is the most awkward funny request I've ever had. This is a good story. I had a girl and a female artist, and hold on, what?
I heard that.
I've been
bunch.
waiting for that.
Oh no, sorry, Donnie. Oh no.
Let him go.
I was waiting for the bite.
This one kicks.
Oh no. You serious?
Yeah.
The last one kicked. Oh no!
This is like the the Korean barbecue one. But this one's, I think, habanero.
Oh.
Habanero.
Mango habanero.
Oh. Okay. So this one.
Get him some milk.
I'm good. I want a milk. I'm gonna burn for the camera. Okay. So there was a girl. Hold on. There was like a girl that came into the studio as an artist. She was a rapper. She was one of those like hot girl types, you know. And it was just us. It was just us two in my studio in Utah, and it was cool because like it was a little bit awkward because she was one of those that knew she was cute, but like I'm not really into white girls to be honest. So it was like it was fine. There was no like it was platonic. It was cool, but like it felt a little bit emotionally weird because we were the only two in the room. I probably should have had someone else for like legal reasons. Anyway, she gets to a point. It's like in this point in the song, I want like a really deep moan, like as a background thing. And I remember, and she was like trying to moan the exact moan that she wants, but without doing it because it was weird. It's just the two of us, so she's like trying to moan, but she wants me to find the sound. So we get to the point we're on Splice. And I'm just filtering through on Splice. There is a pack like sex sounds. That is the pack.
Really?
So just it was just like sitting there, just going through the samples. Like, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? And like she's like, no, more like just like trying to describe me. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I have a wife and kids. Please, I'm sorry.
And we're talking like in Utah Mormon.
This is Utah. This is like, oh my gosh. Like we went through like 100. We finally found one that's like the closest to what she wants. I put it in the song. I kid you fucking not. I kid you not. I put it in. We play it back for reference. You know, like go like 15 seconds back. It plays it. She's like, you know what, let's take it out. We're not gonna use it. We never ended up putting in a moan in the song. And I just remember, that was like a solid like 15 minutes of like, my integrity and virtue was just like quivering. Like I was.
That's cool though.
That was probably the weirdest one. We should have used it just to like let me save face. Like that's what it was. But it was great. Like I'm glad that she was comfortable enough with me that we were able to go through. That was a very like relationship building. Like we became better friends after that. But boy, that was weird.
That's funny.
I wish she just moaned what she wanted. I wish she just moaned into the mic. Like
that reminds me of I think for me I had a client that was like, man, I'm like I need a sexy voice to do this like song or like this one part. And I was like, damn. She's like, so do you want to do it, right? I was like, what? It's a female artist. We were really cool. And she's like, yeah, like, the way she described it was like, I need a sexy voice that kind of sounds like a valley girl. And we were in New York at this time. And then I just remember, like, the room going quiet. And I, like, looked back and everyone's looking at me. And I was like, no. And then I was
like, how were they looking at you?
Like, they were like, I was like, jeez, okay, only because I love you. And it was the most uncomfortable, like, 30 minutes of my life. Because
it was 30 minutes!
Because then they're like, can you try it this way? Can you try it that way? And then
they were trolling you.
No.
It was real. It was serious.
It was real. It was.
Did they keep it?
Mm-hmm. It was like the hook of the song.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a second. Hook of the song?
Yeah.
What is that? How did Like,
I don't even remember it, but it was. I was saying one line, and I don't remember the line, but it was something definitely about bouncing ass.
like a background. It was in the background.
It was what?
No, it was like
It was the
song.
foreground.
Yeah, it was like the full, and and that's probably the only time I've ever gotten behind the microphone, and it was just weird for me. 'Cause
That's funny.
I do not like being in this situation, but it was really weird.
Would you ever consider going in front of the mic? Like, have you ever done music, created music? Or are you like,
No, I'm
engineer?
strictly an engineer. I feel like, honestly, nowadays, we were talking about it a few days ago, I almost feel like every engineer now has like a side artist career, and I'm just not one of those people. I am strictly an engineer. I'm a nerd at heart.
Is this the hottest one?
That's the hottest one.
You're ready.
Get ready, DK. I just took my bite.
I made kids music recently. That's my thing because I write children's books.
Yeah.
So like the words in the book are actually. I should give you one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
keep putting on YouTube lately with some baby sensory videos.
Those are wild.
Those are bangers. No, they're not even wild. They're so good. I'm in there like this with my baby.
No, this looked like the devil took a shit in this cup. Oh no.
Does it smell?
Oh no.
Wait, is this Atomic?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Are y'all?
That smells delicious.
Are y'all sure you went to the right wing stop at the right
I
time?
know, right?
at the right
This is
day.
delicious.
That doesn't even smell good.
It doesn't smell spicy.
Yeah,
It
I'm
smells
not gonna lie. Like
flavorful.
every bite's been good so far.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right.
This was all
Yeah.
just to put you through torture, clearly, because
I know
like,
you
this
were
is
like
great.
testing.
I will say though, when I was in high school, I did the Flamin' Challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings like multiple times. But the thing with like spicy stuff is that if you eat them real fast, it doesn't hurt until the end.
Yeah.
So like I'd eat like all 12 wings really, really fast. And like I'd immediately get ice cream after I passed, so it wasn't too bad. I do remember like after like 6 to 12 hours later, it hurting on the toilet really bad. But like I did that multiple times. But like eating it slow like this, this is horrendous. This is I'm struggling. We're gonna make it though. Hopefully y'all are getting entertained. Please subscribe.
Well, I want to see DK take this bite, so I'll
Next
say my
question,
piece
next
real
question.
quick just
Yeah, me
before,
too. Sorry.
just so we can get DK right into it. But weirdest thing I've been asked to do was to make sure nobody goes in the booth after the artist locked it and closed all the curtains. Which for me was completely it was completely normal, but like it was like a normal day in the studio for me. I was visiting New York for some unrelated work, and I always make a post when I'm out of town like, hey, if you want to work together, I'll be in New York from X day to X day. And I forget what big studio we went to. It kind of reminded me of like Glenwood, where like the console's just in the middle of the room and then it's a sliding door in front of it to get to the live room, and it's usually like orchestral stuff that's recorded there. So it was like a really big, nice studio. And like this artist, like me and her had been meaning to meet up in person because I had been mixing a lot of her music, but she finally wanted to record it while I was in town. So I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm like, cool, let me just prep like I always do. She comes into the studio, I'm like, cool, we chop it up for a little bit. We talk about the record, play it, listen to it a little bit. She goes into the booth, closes all the curtains, locks the door, and I'm like, hey, can you hear me in the headphones? She's like, yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm like, okay, cool. And I just hear like a bunch of rustling, and I didn't really make anything of it. I thought she was just like adjusting the stand, papers folding, pens, whatever. No, she comes onto the mic. She's like, "Hey, can you make sure nobody comes into the live room like at all?" I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Yeah, because a weird note, I really like recording naked." I was like,
That was a flag.
"Yeah, that was a flag," and I was like,
No, but like, come in.
No, I understand. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm purposely oblivious when I want to be, but that was one of those moments where I was like, dude, I've been with my girl for so long. There's no fucking way I'm going in there. Like, I just.
Oh wait, it was a flag. It was.
It was a flag. Like.
Oh, word.
Oh, she wanted you to come in for real.
I'm not saying anything definitive. I'm just saying like, it was just the two of us. Who the fuck else was I supposed to make sure wasn't going in?
You should have. You should
nobody else there.
You should have replied and talked back. So that means I can get naked too, right?
No. I just told her I'm like.
Funny,
I just told her I'm like,
Pregnant
that's
baby.
all cool. Just make sure you remember to dress yourself when you come out.
We have something in
And
common.
how long was she in there until she got the?
She kept making rotations like every like 30 minutes to an hour, which was kind of weird because I was like, she would just kind of like put on her sweater and shorts, to come back out, but she like came fully dressed at first. I'm like, so you came with a secondary outfit just to like go to the bathroom? Like, what is going on here? I didn't know what was going on. All I knew was like, look, I've been booked for 6 hours. I'm gonna do my job as professionally as I can, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of this state.
Damn.
Yeah. After that, I think we did like 2 more mixes together, and then we just like pieced. Yeah. But that was like a quick weird one. This is actually my most recent weirdest request, and it's a revision request.
17,000 words.
17,700 words. 86 total time-based comments. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but check this out. Like,
Bro was writing revisions for 8 hours straight.
That can't be revisions.
There has to be a limit.
No.
yeah, watch. Like,
A
read.
song's not even that long for you.
Can you do me a favor and just read the first paragraph you decide to read?
Those are paragraphs. Those are full-on paragraphs.
There are 87 total comments, each one containing about 3 to 5 paragraphs
I would
each.
send the money back.
No, I
You
did.
did.
So
okay, great.
I'm very good at
Sorry.
not being...
That's entertaining, isn't that?
Wait, I could spend we can do an episode just reading these notes.
No.
It
I'm-
starts at around 4 seconds. Like, you didn't even get
4
4 seconds
seconds?
into
Yeah, not
the
even 4
song.
seconds in. Like,
Holy shit.
he would add screenshots of like this Excel sheet that he made that like bar for bar he had notes.
No.
Yeah. And he said that he had worked with almost 50 other engineers on the song, that I was the only one to send a V1 that was closest to the end result. And if that's what the revision notes are for closest to the end result has ever been, I just, I'm very good at turning people away politely and professionally, to where like, I just tell them like, hey, listen, I want to say thank you for all the revision notes and the amount of detail that you actually put into them. I can really tell that you really care about the end result. But for something of this nature, I feel like an in-person approach is kind of best.
Yeah.
So my suggestion here is that I refund you the entire project, and I'll even give you a copy of the mix itself that I did, so that you don't have to start from scratch with anybody that you work with, and you can build off of what you've already notated. But I honestly suggest that you take the money that you paid me and invest it by hiring a local engineer that you trust and want to work with, and sit down with them and pay for their time. And then that's when he laid it on me that he had worked with almost 50 other engineers already on the same song.
So what we discovered is what Bro needs is not 87 sets of 87.
I'm deep in this.
Right?
What Bro needs is not 87 sets of revision. What Bro needs is a therapist.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right, what is insane is me considering eating this.
You have to.
Henry says your mom is funny.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Henry. Shout out to my mom. Dude is getting his hair done by my mom. Boulevard Hairstyling in Highland Park. No.
Your mom did a good job dyeing my hair the first time, too.
Yeah, she did a good job when she cut my hair, because now I can't go to anybody and look at my hair and be like, yeah, they did it right, because I don't know what the fuck is up with my head, but she figured it out.
All right, before we go into the next set of questions, or whatever, I'm sacrificing my body for you. Okay?
Thank you, Jesus.
And here's this bite is sponsored by True Peak Hour. You should go check out their podcast. It's also sponsored by our exclusive content at mixingmusicpodcast.com/exclusive, where we have 3 times the amount of episodes for $4 a month or $40 a year, and each episode is 100% technical based. They're really, really great. So go check out True Peak Hour for extra content.
In the name of
Or go to
DK's
Mixing Music
Palace.
Podcast /exclusive. Let's fucking go.
Do
All
it.
right,
DK's
ready?
gonna answer the first question now.
What is the question?
I feel like I need a really good one for this. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
We have to.
Is it 87's revision? 87 multi-paragraph.
I just-
Well,
revision notes
actually,
worth?
to be honest, one of the questions that was asked was like, how do you deal with crazy revisions?
Oh, I think I already answered that.
Yeah.
By not
but
doing them.
But you didn't.
Actually, I can answer for a different client. Yeah.
Oh, I got a scoopity poopity right in here.
Yeah, that looks like poopity.
You double dipped that shit.
Hold on.
He quadruple dip. Do you see that chunk drop?
Yo, check the drip, dog.
Yeah. Yo, DK's got real drip. Right
Okay,
now.
here we go. I mean, if we're doing this, we're doing this.
Hold up, boy.
Ooh, no, I'm like genuinely like scared right now.
Hold
Hold
up.
on.
Hold up.
Hold on.
Spera, wait.
I need a up close 4K 60 FPS.
This is for my family. This is for you, Kaname.
How do you say butt in Japanese?
Which
Shi-
way? Shiri? Oh, Shiri?
Shitty.
Shiri?
Wait, one more time.
Ooh.
Do it.
Oh my
Do it.
God. Dude, tonight's gonna be fun.
Later, bro.
There should be a podcast later tonight from, updates, live updates.
Yeah, give us a live strip, live
Strip.
Twitch stream. Not strip. Live Twitch stream from the bathroom.
From the bathroom, yeah.
That took no time to get spicy.
I'm not gonna lie, you look great
You're
while
glowing.
sweating. You are glowing.
You're glowing.
You look amazing right now. My iPhone's camera has never done better.
I know, and I have an iPhone 10.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's right
DK,
here.
you should become an actor for
That
like
that
crime
genuinely that genuinely tastes
Getting that
like
stuck
shit.
It does. Shit.
Bruh.
I told you it was Chipotle in pain.
I feel like what you
I am crying now.
Dude, I feel like what you just did is like when you've been
Don't touch
crying
your
so
eye.
hard
Don't
you
touch
can't
your
cry
eye.
anymore. You can only inhale. And you're like,
Make sure you don't touch your eye.
I can feel the
Yeah.
heat coming from you, man.
that's his farts. They're kicking in.
I'm numb. Okay, what's
Can
the
you still
question?
blow a kiss?
I don't even know anymore. I'm fully entertained. What did I ask?
Can you still blow a kiss? I'll take that as a no. Just give
That's
us
spicy.
Just give us one. Okay. It sounds spicy.
Fucking subscribe on YouTube or on Twitch or whatever,
Everywhere.
and go listen to True Peak Hour. Okay, what about y'all, huh?
You didn't answer the question.
What was the
What was the question?
I didn't remember what the question was.
The question is, how do you deal with tough revision requests?
So my favorite preamp is not teasing. Tough request. I don't deal with them. I say nah. Oh man, I'm really bad. I have no patience.
Yeah.
I will genuinely say nah. Cause at that point, like if they have so many revision quests, my thought process is like, what? Like I can't help you, bro. This is not an issue. Like I either did not enough good of a job, and you should go to someone else to begin with, or like, oh my gosh, hold on, or I either did not enough good of a job, or like I'm not gonna get it right anyway, and I was too far away from what they wanted, or like no matter what I do, I'm not gonna get their sound. Like no matter how many, like if it's that bad, like I'm confident that like you should just go to someone else, like. And so it's like I could spend the time, but it's not good for them. Like I don't want to invest more time where they're gonna get less and less happy. Like for example, like oh my gosh, one of these mixes like most recently, like we did like 5-6 revision questions. It's not that crazy, a little high on the high end, but like not that crazy. But at that point, they were kind enough to be like, yo, it sounds great, but it sounds like you did exactly what I told you to do. It's no longer a DK mix. So he had me start over, which would have been annoying, but he said, I start over because I want you to do what you would have done from the beginning. And like, I trust you, and now I've taken that lead, so I trust you, and he ended up keeping mix 1 after that. So it was like, when I get crazy revisions, I read it as, this is not what you want your song to do better with. It's a like, I've made a mistake. Oh, hold on. My nose is watering. I've made a mistake to not build enough trust with you beforehand. So I think it's like a psychological mistake beforehand on my part. Like, it's not a revisions thing. It's like I wasn't able to build that trust. That's what it means. So it's like I'd rather just like somehow, there's no way to build rapport afterwards. It's really hard to do afterwards because it's mostly done beforehand.
Do you want a hug?
I need more than a hug, dude.
Do you want?
I need that Haagen-Dazs.
I can give you a Haagen.
Use some milk.
Yeah, there is some milk in a Pro Tools cup.
Oat milk?
Do you submit to the oat milk?
I'll take some oat milk.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'll take some oat milk.
Everybody for DK powering through it. Thank you, Donnie Daly, for the milk.
Thank you. It was Machi's idea.
Do you like my cup?
Yeah, Machi.
Is this Lou's cup?
Yeah, Anna gave it to me as a gift.
Nice. What is the session name? The session name is
Wow.
I Eat Ass Mix 2.
I mean, that's not wrong, but
Really?
It's details.
It says Gross Collaboration 1.
gross collaboration.
Oh, I really need to drink this. Jenny, how do you deal with crazy revisions?
I am exactly like you. Like, if it's some crazy ass shit, sometimes I'll be like, alright, and I'll just don't do anything.
Oat milk tastes like shit, y'all.
It's oat milk.
Yeah, this is why I keep telling people. Like, I grew up on regular milk.
Also, isn't oat milk water based? I don't think there's enough milk in this shit to like. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. That did not help at all. Does oat milk work as a dairy product?
I think.
I mean, that's
Look this up. Someone look this up because I don't.
Cereal.
It's
Hold on.
And it's
It tastes like shit, and I don't think it's gotten worse.
Actually, somebody give him a Coca-Cola.
All right, sorry, I'm gonna shut up.
We
I'm
have
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
We have Diet Coke.
We have Diet Coke?
Yeah, DK, do you want to take the mild sauce and try to coat yourself with that one?
Someone from the audience should, like, in solidarity, like, do a dip with them.
I'll do it.
It tastes like oatmeal, but with like no sugar.
I grew up drinking like homemade oat milk. and
Homemade?
then- yeah, and then now it's like a thing.
How do you squeeze the milk out of the oat?
I don't. My parents would make it. I don't know how they
That
would do it.
ranch I used yesterday.
I hate ranch. Also, I
Yeah,
hate
ranch
oat
is
milk
terrible.
now. I discovered ranch from yesterday. Does ranch go bad that quickly? What? That was like and now I'm concerned about the ranch. Is it bad? Okay, sorry. Unnecessary revisions. Jenny.
This sauce is spicy, but it tastes nasty.
Okay, so
You're
it wasn't
shaking.
just his
You're
taste
shaking.
buds being shot.
Is that bad?
Oh, I always shake my leg. I'm
Okay,
like
so
you.
this is not
Oh
a
my
spicy
God.
thing.
No, it's just
This is just
Wait, do
ADHD.
you do it too?
I
Okay.
always do it.
Yes, we can just have a vibrating table.
Yeah.
Everybody put your feet on.
I'm flexing my legs right now. I'm just trying to like retain cohesion.
I'm gonna dip it in the other sauce.
Everybody always thinks I need to go to the bathroom, and
What
it's
is that?
just me doing this.
What is that?
Diet
Coke.
Coke.
Is that like 6-month-old Diet Coke?
I don't know.
6
No.
weeks.
I mean, it looks to have enough.
It has
foam.
a lot of foam.
Yeah.
No, I can see the bacteria.
You can see
For
the
real?
bacteria.
Are you sure?
I don't
Are
know.
you sure this is
It's
safe?
good Diet Coke. It's good
Yeah.
Diet Coke.
Who tested it before?
Is it cold?
I had it. It was
It's cold
open.
too.
We need in
Does
Japanese
anybody
we
want to do
say
a sacrificial?
in Japanese we say dokumi. We need like
I'll
the
be a Dokimi.
dokumi. We need the royal.
Royal Dokimi, pick you up. And I'm dead. There you go.
Is it flat? Is
Yeah,
it?
no, it's
You
good.
just so it's like it's fine. So you just I just gave you. I just paid tithing.
Yeah, you pay tithing to me.
That's
This is
what
you
it
did. This is
was.
what
There's
happens.
some-
You pay tithing on damn wings.
That shit's crusty. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that's spicy in a different way now.
Oh my god.
You know what is spicy? I don't drink alcohol. Every time I do, everybody, I don't know how else to describe it, but alcohol be spicy.
Yeah,
It's
see,
spi-
I
it
had the same
burns. It's
reaction.
spicy.
Had the same reaction.
What
This
kind
shit
of
is
alcohol?
spicy.
I've given him a mojito before. He's had like some.
Mojito?
I've had a
Yeah.
sip of gin and a sip of vodka.
Vodka's
Gin
spicy.
sucks.
I mean, like here.
Gin was bad.
It's acidic.
Gin is
almost.
like alcohol, like nail polish alcohol
Yeah.
remover.
All right, so you were saying.
I'm like DK. At some point, it's just like if we're on the 5th or 6th, it's on you. It's not on me. It's not my mix. It's more like you're just overthinking this. And sometimes, if it's a young kid, I tell them like you're overthinking it, you know. And I compare it to like look at the XXXTentacions and look at the Uzi Verts and shit like that. It's like they put out shit on SoundCloud that sounded like trash, and people still stream that.
Yeah.
So it's like, if we're on the 7th or 8th, nah. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
And you don't want that as an artist. You don't want your engineer to be done with the song.
Yeah.
That's you don't want that as an artist.
You want everybody involved to be just as excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes what annoys me is that when people would look for me for mixing and they kind of they send me their mix and they're like, this is the mixes, the references I like that you did on these people. Like they send me all the mixes I've done for people. All those mixes I've done for people, I've done it without listening to a reference track. It's just me mixing it. And then they tell me like, I want you to do your thing, but stay close to the reference. And I'm just like, that's where you fucked up. Because with all the ones you like, I didn't stick to the reference. I did my own thing. You know? So
It's a weird combination of like trusting the engineer as a form of like collaboration, but also like they are the artists, you know, the executive producer. The good news is that like artists
taste like shit.
It's funny to me that like artists think that like I would ever do a bad mix on purpose, like not give my best effort. But as an engineer, like this mix is my portfolio, so like it's in my best interest to make this as good as I can. Always, there's at no point in my best interest to not give my best. Yeah. Else it'll make me look bad. So like that's always interested me when artists forget that. Like, do you like this song? Are you sure, bro? Are you sure, bro? No. Regardless of whether or not I like it, I'm gonna make it sound fire. Make it sound like a hit.
Right.
And as Jason Joshua says, fuck your rough mix. We're gonna make a hit. I'm teasing. I don't. We'll coax your rough mix. What about you? What about you, Crystal? How do you deal with crazy revisions? Wild revisions?
Usually if it gets to that point, I make a phone call to the client. And I'm like, clearly there must be some miscommunication happening here, because it should never get to, like, we're just going back and forth on revisions. And it's probably because whatever you're communicating via email isn't translating to me, or via text message. Like, there's some gaps, so I usually call them. And it's usually, like, fine to that point. But if it's something, like, unreasonable, it's... maybe there's someone else better out there for you than me. At the end of the day, it's like, you should find someone that understands you, and if I'm not that person, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
I will say that there is a direct, at least in my experience, and I'm sure that you all probably agree too, is that I feel like there's a direct correlation with how experienced I am, and the more that I raise my career level up, the less and less that happens. Like, the higher level clientele don't have crazy revisions. It's usually the cheap ones that are new to the game.
Oh, yes. I think that's, like, half the reason I ended up raising my rates, which actually was one of the questions of, like, how did you decide on your rates? There's a level. There really is just level. It's like the clients that pay less want the most, and I don't know why. Maybe they're just trying to get the most for their money, but it's never worth it to me at that point, the amount of work I put in.
I think it's a lack of trust, right? Like, if you're only paying $100, like, I feel like I'm going to have to coach you to get it right, versus, like, if I went to the dude that was $1,000.
I don't think that's necessarily true at the same time. I think it's true and not
It's like a self-perception of, like, oh, this person's not the best in the world, and that's why they're only charging $100, hence why I'm going to have to, like, work with it.
The other side of it is also $100 is all they could afford. That's all they could muster up.
Hold on.
I just never believed that.
I think it's a priority thing. I don't think it's
it's a priority thing, absolutely. But
if you can spend $600 in Jordans, you can spend for my.
But not everybody paying you has Jordans. But I'm saying this in one sense, like, even if it's $300, even if it's
people can afford. People can afford. It's a priority thing. It's a priority thing.
Because then I see their music videos online, and I'm like, clearly the videographer
even then, let's say it's a new artist, they just have no experience.
Then they wouldn't hire.
They don't know what.
I don't work with new artists.
They don't really know what proper budgeting is, so they probably overspent at a recording studio thinking that would be.
Then wait 2 weeks.
And all that. No, I get that. I'm saying, I'm not justifying their attitude or their personality or whatever. I'm saying that a lot of times when I've seen this happen, it's people who are underexperienced. It's not even a trust thing. It's that they don't know how the process works or how to properly hire the right people.
Or they think that $100 is expensive.
They think that, exactly.
Or that is the top notch.
Like, do you remember first starting out in audio and being like, damn, $3,000 for a mic is way too expensive. I don't know why anybody would pay that. And then nowadays you're like, actually, that's pretty cheap for a top end mic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, experience teaches us more than what our budget will allow us to learn in that moment. You know, after you hired a few engineers and you started recognizing a pattern, you're like, oh wait, this is actually how the majority of them work. That's when you start to ease off a little bit. But your first time around, second time around, third time around, you're still probably fucking it up as yourself being the one fucking up the process, not the rest of your team. If you're hiring experienced engineers and you're the one that's not experienced, a lot of times it's yourself creating those issues. Yeah. But,
I'm dying, dude.
yeah.
I'm dying.
I think on the revision side thing, though, aside from this guy where I just gave him a refund, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of turning clients back for one major reason. I do the same thing as you. I get on the phone with them and I set expectations ahead of time. And I let them know, like, hey, I want to know, because there's two different types of people who hire me. There's those who want me to make it cleaner and better sonically, and there's those who want me to be involved creatively with it. Which one are you? Because if you want me to just clean it, I can absolutely do that. If you want me to be creatively involved, I can absolutely do that, but don't make me walk backwards.
That is true. I'm actually going to agree with that. The first thing that I do is not turn people away.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's not that there's a trust issue. It's a miscommunication.
Yeah, 100%.
Expectations weren't set properly 9 times out of 10. And I'm not saying that that's the engineer's part or the artist's part. It's usually just miscommunication.
Yeah.
The artist might like you for your sound, just like in your case. But because of that, their expectation is that, but they also don't know how you like to work or what your workflow is.
Yeah.
So it's this back and forth thing that I've always found, like, if I can have that conversation in advance as soon as we agree to do the service, okay, cool. Let me get all the kinks ironed out. And so nowadays when I master for people, same question. Are you sending me a mix that you're 100% with? Or is the situation where maybe you're not the one that mixed it and the mixing engineer and you have gone back and forth and this is as good as you can get it and you're looking for me to enhance from there in the master process? Like, what is it? Because when I'm working with Bob Horn on his mastering, he doesn't really want me to change too much, but if I make changes, he wants me to keep the actual musicality in mind. He doesn't care if there's more bass if it works for the record. He doesn't care if I take away highs as long as it works for the record. It has to be for the record. But I've also met other clients who want me to master it to sound exactly the fucking same, and that's totally cool, but I need to know in advance.
Yeah.
If I don't know this, either I'm fired after that one and they'll never hire me again, or there's going to be revisions and I don't know why there's revisions, and it's just a huge waste of time for everybody.
I'm gonna take back my answer. I think my real answer is like practically what I actually do. Like if I do this and they still say have crazy revisions, then I'll say no.
Yeah.
But the first attempt that I'll do is I'll invite them
Yeah.
to either come to my studio with me in person or do the mix revision with me on Zoom.
Yeah.
Like watching the session with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
I'd rather do that. I don't do like revision. Like if it's crazy revisions, I will not just do it and send it to them. They either have to be here with me or like set up a time to Zoom call with me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but like I see that there's like more sauces there. Is that
Are those the old
You
ones?
already tried.
okay? Whichever one the third one was, I'll take that.
The
I have
OG?
like
The OG.
one wing left over for some reason. OG, yeah. let me
Why
get
did you
that
have a
OG.
wing left over?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna take advantage of the situation and dip into some OG.
Okay, so tell us, True Peak Hour. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple.
Yes.
Where else? It's on everywhere podcast. Is there a video format yet?
No, we're working on that actually.
Nice.
Yeah, we're working on it with the engineers team right now to get that started up for our next
Season.
Nice.
Yeah.
People can subscribe. Please go hang out and go check out their podcast. What is your favorite episode that you've recorded so far on the show?
The third one. I don't remember the
Which
topic.
one was it? It was like,
There was one that we both
was
really
it like freelance versus
That was a recent
staff
one.
engineer?
Yeah.
That's a good topic.
That
Freelance
is.
versus staff.
That is great.
Staff engineering. There
Because
was
you've done
some-
both. Both of you all
Yeah.
done both.
Yeah. So there's like definitely that episode's dope because we bring in like our experiences in the studio. We talk about like sessions and like this is a dope episode.
Have you ever been staff engineer? I've never been staff
I've
engineer.
played almost every role except for repair tech.
Yeah, I've never been staff engineer, so that's interesting.
you've
I'm
done
super
lots.
curious about that.
Yeah, that one's dope. I think what was the name of the one? We were like really vibing out on one.
One. I think it's the third one. I don't remember what the hell we were talking about, but I think it's the
It
third
was just like goofy.
It's just great, a good conversation. I remember we both walked away and were like, I really like that episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But they're
Because
all
y'all
great.
do focus on technical things. I know
Yeah.
everybody that watches and listens, Like they always want more and more like technical information. In fact, every time I talk about like motivation or like the economics of the business, people are like, DK, shut up, talk to me about compressors.
Yeah. I mean, it's more like experiences we have and basically like what you can take from it, what we did, how you can kind of take gems off of that. We love doing like this True Peak tip at the end, where we give 3 tips from our episode, and each of us gives tips at the end.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
pretty cool.
And just to build a little bit of rapport, Engineers is owned and run by Mixed by Ali, so Derek Ali, which I assume both of y'all have a decent relationship with, somewhat of a relationship. So these are True Peak Hour, right? Jenny and Crystal are very well connected. They know what they're talking about, very experienced in the field. Crystal was an assistant for Alex Toomey. I know that all y'all Gen Z Discorders and Twitchers out there are poggers over Alex.
Poggers.
So very experienced. Jenny and Crystal's mixes sound phenomenal. Have worked with varying artists from totally independent to very high level record label stuff. Very reliable source of information, and they know what they're talking about. And on top of that, honestly, low key, like I'm tired of going to AES and like having it be a sausage fest every single time. It is like it's like I don't really think about that every time, but like it's so awesome that y'all are representing women in like a real practical way.
Yeah.
Like in a like I don't know. It's very great that I hope that we can continue to support you and like build authority and it grows ever so big. This is just a long game, you know?
Yeah. It's a journey, and we're just enjoying it right now, and hopefully season 2 we start bringing out more guests, and it's like a video thing, and we can like put it on YouTube and stuff, and have like dope ass guests on the show.
Yeah. Is that what y'all are thinking? Is doing like more of like a guest format?
Yeah, for season 2 at least. I mean, like.
There's gotta be some good connections y'all can pull.
Yeah, that's why we're excited to.
I mean, with the engineers backing too.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man.
We're excited. We already have people lined up and that we're thinking of like having on. It's all about just like us trying to like build the set. Right now, we're building a set and make it look tight.
Cool. That's amazing. Well, should we end the stream slowly?
Yeah, we just want to say thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Super welcoming.
For your dojo here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We're really, really grateful that y'all are here.
Yeah.
Thank you for the hot wings. Fuck you, Atomic Sauce.
No, I wasn't a fan.
I'm not gonna
lie.
That thing did taste like.
It tastes like crap.
It tasted like mad caca.
I don't know who the hell likes this. Like, oh, can you make sure give me the
Yo, Wingstop,
Atomic?
take Atomic off the menu.
Yeah.
Like that's not worth it.
That was just burn. It was Bernie flavor.
Bernie Sanders.
Anyway, go follow that. Do y'all have an Instagram and everything too?
Yeah, True Peak Hour.
At True Peak Hour.
Yeah, that's our Instagram.
Yeah.
So go check them out. We'll provide a link in the description below or in the description of the episode. And on that note, you want to say it with me? Does it? You
guys know the line?
We say happy mixing, my friends, and stay saucy.
Okay.
Hot
That's the end
saucy.
phrase.
Why not
Ready?
hot saucy?
Oh, hot
Hot
saucy.
saucy.
Happy
Yeah.
mixing, my friends, and stay hot saucy.
Saucy.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy mixing, my friends, and stay hot saucy.
It smells
Ooh.
like hot wings in here.
Yeah.
Like,
You can stop the recording. Thank
Wait,
you.
is the stream
That was
still
great.
going?
yeah, it's fun.
I can end it. Should I end it?
Yeah, and no, not the end of the stream. Don't end the stream yet. But yeah, let's. Did you end the recording at least?
Yes.
Dude, this is fun.
I want to get a taste of this hot sauce.
Absolutely.
Yeah, take a
terrible
taste of the
one?
Atomic here.
Atomic. I feel a lot better though.
Dip into this Atomic if
It was
you
nasty.
so
Are there any wings left?
I don't think so.
Whip in the beers.
How was the stream? Was there a lot of comments
I
going?
think I have too much chicken wings stuck in my teeth.
I was just watching on the phone with
Crowns.
Marcus.
Is there a lot of?
Ooh, I got it.
Oh, hey!
Huh.
Alex Toomey was in the chat for a minute.
He was.
Did
he hear you roast him or roast his Gen Z?
Why does this studio not have anything fresh?
Okay, I'm
Anything
gonna
fresh?
go for the atomic sauce. This is it? This is the atomic sauce?
What part of us is not fresh? I
This
guess.
is the atomic?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay, you ready?
But you gotta go full dip. You can't just
Full
go half
dip?
dip. Full dip.
What up,
Come
problem?
on, bro. Okay.
What up, mama? What up? Produced by
Is that enough?
by
Yeah.
That's enough?
Drastic. What up?
Yeah,
guys?
that's enough.
What up?
Okay.
Yeah, you
Hey,
gotta
yo,
go full
Alex.
DK.
So Alex and I are mentor
really-
brothers
I'm really,
because Leslie mentored me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we know the art comp setting. Damn, y'all got the
The
go.
what the fuck, Leslie Arcom setting?
You ready?
How did you guys come?
You
to
really
that
made me go
passion?
full dip.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, hold on.
She is really bad
Which one
with
is
spicy.
the holy
It's like the
shit?
Carolina Reaper
Oh,
all over again.
This looks like the holy shit.
Yeah, it looks
Yes.
like it. And this is the.
Original hot one's
That's the
really,
OG.
really good.
Don't smell it.
Mango
Just
habanero
leave
goes
it.
with
Don't
barbecue.
smell it.
Don't smell it. You don't want
Are
it.
you ready?
to.
You
Yeah.
ready?
You might want to throw it.
Don't throw it. Slow. And patient.
Oh, dude, there's a bunch of comments on this. This is great. We had a great stream.
Dope.
Alex says hi.
I'll text
Are
him.
we still
Did
streaming?
he say? Did
Is the stream still on?
Is the stream still on?
Okay, that's
Is the stream still on?
That's not a mistype.
DK.
Yeah, stream's still on.
Here's the camera.
I've now taken the atomic sauce.
And he will now
DK.
drink it.
I will give
It's
my
not that
review.
bad, dude.
Here's my review of the
It
atomic
tastes like
sauce.
caca, bro.
No, it tastes like caca, but it's not that hot.
Yo, I was spicy with. It was bad with OG.
Dude. You
Oh,
could
it comes
never
on. It
eat
comes
the
on
hot
slowly.
chilies, bro, or some like
feeling a
real
little
jerk.
bit.
Like you could never eat some jerk.
It's getting there. It's starting to heat up.
Can you have barbecue?
Can you hand me one of those paper towels?
Did my phone
Nicole?
die? Is that what
There's
happened?
one behind you.
Maybe like a barbecue
Oh.
to try the atomic.
Wait, I don't want to rip it off. We got.
Thank you. More left. I'm gonna try to.
I got
really
it, Nicole.
spicy one.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah. Wait, is that
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the atomic?
I'm willing to answer questions. Stream is on. I know. We see you.
Is it really?
Let me answer the questions. Produced by
That's
22.
the atomic?
What's your problem on YouTube? What is your question?
It has sauce already, right?
That's the
barbecue.
atomic?
Oh, this is barbecue. That's atomic over
No,
there.
I dipped the atomic, or I dipped the barbecue in the atomic.
Everyone liked, like, for the sauce.
Yeah, that
the
is
original
really.
hot is really good.
That is really
That's this one
not
right here.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
DK.
Yo,
Like,
yo,
DK.
You're
Yo.
over the top, I believe.
DK, that is like a
Yep.
mild spicy.
Like, bro, you could
That is a
never come
mild
over to my
spice.
mother-in-law's place and like eat the salsa. Like,
That
you
is
couldn't do
for
it.
sure
There's no way.
mild spicy.
You did have like half
Do a
of
line
the,
of sauce.
half the jar.
No, I will. I'm literally like, give me one more. I'm gonna like just.
I kind of like
gonna
the
sip it.
atomic. It's got like a nice
course.
cinch to it.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad.
Wait,
doesn't
hold
taste
on,
good.
hold on. Let me get the camera. Let me get the camera.
Hey, problem. You gotta YouTube it.
That's
Google
not
it.
a camel.
That's
That's not a camel.
That's
That's my wife.
hey, problem. That's something that you Google in YouTube. That's. I'm not gonna be able to help you with that one.
Did you try the atomic?
Mhm.
It's really.
There's a bunch of YouTube videos that shows you exactly how to
It's
route
just
the count.
nasty.
Use
Tastes
the
good.
I don't
console
even
when
think it
Pro
tastes
Tools.
that bad.
barbecue sauce is actually not that bad.
Mango habanero, in my opinion, is the spiciest.
Barbecue sauce saved it.
That's wow.
That was a fun stream.
It
That was
for
a very
sure.
good stream.
It for sure.
How many
Like
people were watching?
Right now, there's still 10 people
it
watching.
sits in the
right
mouth. You know why? It's
now. So
because
we're
I'm
like
here.
that. I have no idea.
Do you want to ask me questions?
Yeah, ask us questions.
Sorry, I didn't know when to pipe in. I didn't know if you wanted me to like.
Yeah, that was a good point. Like
This is the Dami Machi show now.
Alex, I saw Alex Dume, but I was like, I don't want to interrupt the rapport you guys had and be like, Alex Dume's here. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have.
Your mom is
No,
here.
you don't understand the contention that I had sitting behind that computer. Like, I was like, should I say it? Should I not say it? Should I say
You
it?
should have
Should I
said
not
something.
say it?
That's all right.
Sorry.
We had a bunch
I
of.
was trying to tell
Sorry,
him.
Alex.
I mean,
Sorry,
DK
Alex.
did give us his body in
I have
sacrifice.
to be
True.
that.
Honestly,
I tried
he
the
was
atomic.
Jesus.
I tried the
Is the
atomic.
bathroom
Uh-huh.
open?
It's like mild
That's it, because we
spicy.
have another one.
Yeah, it's not actually
Hey,
that
Lou.
spicy.
Can we give Crystal the key to the other bathroom?
Yeah, it's in my office.
Yeah, I'll go grab it.
We're still streaming?
Yeah, we're still streaming.
Wait, is our faces getting shown right now?
That's
Yeah.
when I said it. That's not a camel. That's my wife.
Dude,
That's 10. I think that's number 10.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm plotting on all the wing carcasses right now. But
No way.
dude, I gave up my
You're
lunch.
mad, bro. You're a monster. That was your lunch.
That was my lunch.
We go to Tom's. You want to go to Tom's?
I'm down to go to Tom.
You want to
Oh
go to Tom's?
no. Do I want to go to Tom's though?
Did we got anything today?
That's a good question.
I mean, you don't
I've got
stop
things
right
today.
now.
I might go to Wingstop, bro. I had an $80 when I was making good money. I had an $80 a week budget for Wingstop.
Wow.
Wait,
That was AT&T.
$80 a week just for
It's been great.
Wingstop.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's
that's-
got
that's what
a.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
right now.
Hey, Dami's got a CPR the studio Wi-Fi or something.
Yeah, I got a CPR.
He's like the.
Customer, but it's when you talk nice to the customer, get them to trust you. Like, if for example, like, because I do door to door right now, so like I'll knock and there'll be like a dog coming out. I always say that when the dog comes out of bar, I go, oh, I see the guard dog is already working double time right
Kind
now.
of like the atomic.
And
Sounds.
like if they're living here, they have to be doing some
This is
sort of
between
job.
me
And they're
and
like,
you.
ha. And I'm like, oh,
Me and you.
hi, I'm Damasio. I'm here
I
to
think
sell
it's
you
a.
fiber.
That's good.
7 out of
Yeah,
10.
It's fun.
7 out of 10 for sure. I didn't think it was
I
that
got
bad.
full from the wings.
What else?
You know,
What else?
I kind of did too. I didn't expect that.
Dom-
Like, I knew
Machi
I shouldn't
Daily
eat
here.
breakfast necessarily.
Machi
Like,
You know
Daily.
what? Can we just shout our own Instagrams right
Yeah.
now? Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Obscure.
I mean, those extra wings help
OBSCURE.
Yeah.
Machi.
Little
MATCHI.
filler pieces.
Obscure Machi on Instagram.
Can we have a copy?
Dami Daily here.
Dami
course,
Daily.
yeah. I
Follow me
recorded it.
on
I can give you the audio
Instagram at
and the
Kid
video.
Dami Official.
You know what? I had hot.
KIDDAMIOFFICIAL.
I had hot sauce on my fingers from when I ate the Atomic. It's actually spicier on my fingers than it is in my mouth.
Don't rub your eye, please.
What is this
Straight
stream
on.
turning into?
I don't know.
Machi and Dami show?
The Machi
Which
and
one of
Dami
y'all
show.
is representing me, and which one of y'all is representing
What do you mean? It's obvious.
Yeah.
Isn't it
What
obvious?
does that mean? It's obvious.
Isn't it
I mean,
clear?
I'm Asian. He's
I mean,
Dami.
I just want you to see something real quick. What color is your shirt?
I have a white shirt.
What color
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Are y'all our counter personality?
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think.
And look,
Hey,
your hair is.
you wanna
well
ask me
done and
questions?
mine's all chaotic.
From the
we
limited
give it-
time that y'all have
Mhm.
known us, if
Yes.
DK and Lou were pull string dolls, what would our catch lines be?
Oh, pull string dolls.
Like if it's
Uh,
pull string, the pull string
yeah,
doll, what would my
Okay.
phrase be?
Okay. Lose would be like an extremely technical response about like phase correlation. For sure. Or like different cable
It's like
types.
a really long,
Just-
complicated.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
definitely a line
And you
in there
can
about
follow
your
him
son.
for a good 10
What
seconds
does
and
mine
then
be?
lose it.
What would mine be?
DK's would be
Wait, DK's would be. Have you heard my frog joke?
I think mine would be like. I think the first one would be like wild.
Wild.
no. It'd be like
Or a line about your son.
hey, is D short for anything?
I mean, the deed itself might be short.
That's not cool.
You gotta get locked up.
Yeah. Duh, thank you for being offended on my behalf.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Should
she
we
just
have-
does that. He just that
Should
type
we give
of
our
guy.
internship reviews? Should we review?
We should.
Would you guys rather be able to speak to every language in the world or speak to animals?
Speak to animals. I
Animals
don't like
for sure.
humans.
What do you think
Animals
I would
for
say?
Sure. You would say the only language you really need to know is Japanese and English. So really, you've already got it covered. So you would pick
You do
animals.
not know me at all.
That
At
hurts,
all.
that hurts.
What would I do talking to an
You know-
otter?
you know what's
Otter would
crazy?
be like, oh, I like to swim.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm probably the #1 listener of the Mixing Music podcast. Did you know that?
He probably is.
Really?
I've probably listened to every
What
episode of that
episode number
podcast.
is the one?
I've had a few people message me
No, I
saying
don't
that they've
know.
listened to every episode
I don't know.
twice.
What do you mean? What are you coming at me for? Huh?
Yeah, so
After I got the internship, I restarted and started listening from the beginning.
Oh,
No way.
that
Yeah,
again.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Sounds
Well,
amazing.
I know.
well, here's the thing. I would actually prefer to speak to humans. Because I'm sure that there's so many people out there with crazy experiences that I just can't communicate with because of language barrier. I'd love to talk to everyone.
Okay, well, what?
What about
What?
Now
okay.
there's like no
Instead of-
no
ins-
no knowledge.
What
or-
about people
or
with no
experience that
language?
I can't tap into anymore.
So
What?
true.
What about people with no
So
language?
true. So true.
Those people
Well, I
exist.
speak every
deep.
language,
It's
right?
deep.
Wouldn't no language or
It's
sign
deep.
language be a language? Any form of communication would be a language.
I feel like you could, but you could already learn every language.
I could go to the
thing is, you could-
cannibals in Papua New
You
Guinea.
You can
You can- yeah, you
learn.
can't learn
You
an
can
animal.
learn any language. You cannot speak with
Oh, wait.
animals.
The question was, would you guys rather be able to speak every language? So it's not learn every language.
I know, but I'm
not
saying,
learn every
but I'm
language.
saying you can't naturally speak to animals, but you
What
can
am I gonna do
naturally
with
learn
animals?
another
Whales,
language.
I would talk to Will, be like, "Yo, what's
The
up?" bro?
ocean
And he's
is-
like, "I'm
Hold
just
on. I
chilling,
know
trying
what I
to
would
get this
do.
krill."
That's ridiculous.
I can't learn anything from this.
You gotta
whale.
open your mind, DK.
Yeah, no, you gotta
No.
accept accept
I mean,
that.
Let's say somebody's got a rat problem. You could ask the rats, like, what
Dude,
the fuck
yeah.
is coming around
Well,
here?
what
Bro,
if
I could talk to that spider in my bathroom and tell it to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But like I could, okay, that's cool. But or I can go to like a random like indigenous like Indian woman in buttfuck nowhere India and like talk about her experiences and learn what everything that she learned in her
But you
life.
could just learn.
I can read.
Yeah, but I
books.
could ask her
I
go
can
the
read
same
books and
thing.
listen to podcasts in other language. I have an infinite amount of.
Okay,
human
but if we
knowledge
develop
that I can
communication
tap
with
into.
animals, that's
And
collective.
humans.
That's collective experience, and we can
Talk to
elevate
a spider
animals.
in there.
That completely
humans.
changes. That completely changes the landscape of the earth forever.
With humans.
So like, really, it's kind of selfish that you would choose other human languages. DK.
Would that
when
turn
you
you
could
vegan, though? It
you
would
could
turn you
revolutionize every single animal on
There's-
planet Earth.
there's
It's just-
no way you're
It's
gonna-
crazy to me.
What
It
am I
blows my
gonna do? Talk
mind.
to the chickens and be like, it's
Hold
fuck
up,
that
wait.
you're
Yeah, you
but
could
that,
communicate
that's
with
another
them. You
thing,
could
though.
communicate. You
I
couldn't
gotta,
tell
I
it.
gotta talk to the pig I'm about to eat later.
Yo, y'all cows need to stop
teach.
farting.
You could teach.
Ruining the environment for the rest of
teach
us.
The
them. You can
methane.
teach.
Just for that, you're a bird.
I think
now.
it's
Hello,
really
double
simple.
double.
I
It's
do
really
know,
simple
like,
to me.
okay,
It's a
I
simple
hope, I
answer.
curse you that if you ever, whoa, random cable just dropped down.
Oh,
I curse you that if
Oh,
you
that's the-
if you ever
Yeah,
be
tape
able to
it that
speak
way.
to animals, that you have to go to like a butchering house and have. to
oh
pay
my gosh.
Oh my god,
So
no.
extra. Wait, you
That
think
sounds
they? You
like
think they
cows
deliver?
order.
You think
They're
they?
screaming at that I paid Bob, no! What are they doing to Bob?
Dude, you'd have to go vegan. You'd have to.
You would have to go vegan,
No,
actually.
you wouldn't. No, you would not.
Unless you're just that
What are you
ruthless.
doing? Like just swimming?
You know
What's
what?
the
What if-
anglerfish gonna tell you, bro? This shit dark down here. What did they tell you?
What are you
I
talking
can't
about?
see shit. Like,
What are you talking about? You can't just like. But that's the thing is you have no idea. You have literally no idea. They're not humans. They're not humans. The communication is completely different. It's like how can you even? Oh my god.
This
It's
conversation
black and white. It's so obvious. It's so obvious.
I could talk to my. What if my
It's a
dog is
no-brainer.
miserable?
It's a no-brainer.
Ah, then you
That's
help
what the
them out.
communication is
That's what my
for.
children is. Like, dude, my child is like a dog. Except my dog knows how to tell me.
Did you leave
Like,
something
he
back
actually
there?
tell me that he loves me. Like with his mouth. With words.
Oh, you're saying your kids are dumb.
Yeah.
Well, if you were
my
able to
child-
talk to
my
the
child-
dog, he'd be able to tell you the same thing.
Dude, there's very
So
few
obvious.
differences between.
This answer is so obvious.
Like there's times when I'm looking at my son crawling on the floor. I'm like, you are literally a puppy.
Do we have any
There-
more? Do we have any more hard hitter questions?
Hard hitter questions.
Yeah.
Questions
Can you think of
about
any?
science, philosophy.
All right.
Hey,
how do you
hey,
feel about
I have one question.
Nietzsche that says that if you look into the abyss will look into yourself? Just kidding.
Oh,
I'm teasing,
Simple.
I'm teasing.
I am the abyss.
yeah.
I
Amen.
am the abyss. I'm
Amen.
teasing.
Amen.
Amen.
So I have a
Alright.
question. I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it a camel or is it my wife?
How many more times do you have to say it before anybody starts laughing? Like the joke is no longer the joke. If the joke is just still trying. Hold on, I'm gonna tell my frog joke. Hold on, I gotta tell you my frog joke.
Are you gonna tell the frog joke in here?
Sorry.
Bye.
Bye.
It was awesome listening to you guys.
Awesome.
Meeting
Thank you so
Nice meeting
much.
you. Thank you for coming by.
Post it in like a month.
Are we still live? Is it still?
Yeah, we're still live.
Are
We're
we
still
still
live.
live?
We're still live.
Is it the Dami Amachi show still?
You guys are still alive.
Oh yeah, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. We've captured the audience. How many viewers?
How many viewers?
Woo! Let's go. I think that's actually one of those is my phone.
That was more. That was more the people that showed up in my birthday. So, Lou, do you need fiber?
Nicole, you gotta talk louder if you want them to.
Let's see.
The mics are right here.
Nicole, do you want to get in on this show?
Okay, hold on. I had a really good question. What was the question?
The frog.
Oh, the
we
frog
need
joke.
Frog joke.
Okay,
sit
hold on.
down. Sit down.
Okay.
Pull up a chair.
Hey Nicole, have you heard the frog joke?
Oh my
Have
god.
you heard the frog joke?
I've heard
Here
the
we
frog
You heard
go.
the frog
Yes,
joke?
I've heard the frog joke.
I heard it with him.
You heard the frog joke?
Yeah, I heard the
Nicole,
frog
you've
joke.
never heard the frog joke.
It was so.
Hopefully I
it was
can
so
tell-
mundane. I threw the punchline.
Hopefully
out.
I can actually like tell it correctly. Hey, hold on. Who's in the? Hey, have y'all heard the frog joke? If you haven't heard, come into the room.
It's mandatory.
It's a mandatory meeting.
All right.
Yeah, what's this frog joke you talking about?
Okay, this is an old
Ready.
Norm Macdonald joke. Okay.
Question. Am I allowed to stiz
So
on
you have to
stream?
tell it with
No,
the
right?
driest.
That's no.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
no,
okay, here it
no
is, here it
stizzing
is.
on stream? Yeah,
Okay.
that's no.
So there was a frog,
Mhm.
and he's trying to buy a new lily pad, new home, and he needs to get a mortgage, a loan. So he goes to the bank, and the person at the bank, she freaks out. She's like, "What, frog? What do you want?" He's like, "I'm trying to get a loan for a new lily pad." And she's like, "Well, this is freaking weird that I have to get I'm talking to a frog right now. Well, what's your name? And he's like, well, her name's Patty, by the way. And Patty's like, yo, you know what? What's your name? And she's like, the frog's like, my name is Kermit. And she's like, you're not Kermit the Frog. And she's like, no, and he's like, no, I'm not Kermit. I'm just named after Kermit the Frog. My last name is Jagger. My father is Mick Jagger. Okay, and he's like, what the? Anyway, she's like, well, I've never really done this thing before. We usually ask for collateral. Is there any collateral? And out of his frog pocket, he pulls out a tiny little pink elephant. And he's like, can this work? And she grabs it and looks at it. She's like, what is this? And she's like, can I take this to the back? She goes to the back, and she looks at the frog this pink elephant, takes it to the manager and tells the manager the whole story. It's like, this frog came in. Kermit McJagger gave me this as collateral. What do you think? And the manager takes the pink elephant and he says, by the way, her last name is Mrs. Wax. So he's like,
yeah, no, it's a very, very important detail.
He's like, this is a knick-knack, Paddywhack. Give the frog alone. His old man's a Rolling Stone.
Wow. Oh my God.
How's that? My wife is a camel.
By the way, her last name is Whack. Right before the punchline.
First name Patty.
How was that? Rated out of 10. Good? 10 out of 10?
Okay.
11 out of 10.
Compare it to the camel wife joke. Which is better?
I know.
I think
Have you guys heard that one? Have you guys heard that one?
Yes.
That's not a camel. That's my wife.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Shut the fuck up.
It's going to die.
I'd say that like right here. Right there.
But the punchline, the setup and the punchline, it's so congruous.
Hey, what do you call a man with no arms and no legs going water skiing? What's his name? Oh no! Wait, hold on. What is this? I used to tell these jokes. What's the name of the dude that with no arm, no legs that goes water skiing?
Dead.
No.
Water skiing.
What's his name?
Skip.
Oh God.
This is bad. These are very bad jokes. You're gonna get banned.
His name's Skip.
Shut the fuck up. I have no other jokes.
I'm trying to think of any jokes. I don't have it. No, I don't have any.
I mean, as an Asian, we could start telling like Asian jokes.
I mean, I could tell
What
my life
Asian
story.
jokes?
Like, how do you know if an Asian robbed your house?
How?
That's been
Your dishes are done. Your homework's been finished, and 2 hours later, they're still trying to back out your driveway. So how does that make you feel, huh?
I'm a good driver.
So the thing
I'm
is,
a
like,
professional
is it
driver.
racist if I tell Asian jokes? Because I am, like,
No,
genuinely
no.
an Asian immigrant, but I look Hispanic.
No,
No,
you
you
do.
don't.
I thought you were
No,
Mexican
you
when I
don't.
first got here. No, I swear to God, I thought he was Mexican.
I've never been called any
Take off the
Asian.
hat. Take off the hat.
I've never been called any Asian, like.
Dude, I have cousins that
Asian
look
bad
like
words.
you. I swear to God.
Yes,
Your name's DK.
Like I definitely have cousins that look like you.
I mean, he looks Filipino.
Bro, I mean, me
It's
or
not
Lou?
a
Who looks
Filipino.
more Hispanic? Me or Lou?
Lou.
Luke, could you stand up real quick?
No, Lou
Lou,
looks more
obviously.
European.
No, Lou's
no.
Hispanic. Lou's Hispanic.
Very obvious.
Very obvious.
I have Hispanic features, but I've got translucent skin.
Mm-hmm.
See, and the thing is, like, I'm from
Pale
Okinawa,
glow.
so like the hairy thing doesn't make me look very Asian. Okinawans are hairy, and they're short and they're brown. So like Japanese people are typically like really pale, and so like and I'm brown to the point where like if I don't get enough sun, I don't just get pale. I look like I need vitamins. That's it's like different. I have melanin.
Whoa, you got like one patch of hair on your hand right there?
Dude, the craziest thing is my ankles. I have like hairy
Whoa.
legs, but like it like immediately cuts at my ankles.
You know what? Me too. Look at that.
I
Look at that.
think I'm in the same vibe.
Also, I am, like, unfortunately, I am very good at video games and math. I am! It's, like, unfortunate because I hate math, but I'm, like, very good at it, unfortunately. My parents did want me to be a lawyer at one point. That's a real
What about
thing.
a doctor?
About
doctor.
I was
doctor
actually,
thing?
No doctor.
I was
Forced
really
to take piano lessons
disappointed.
when you were a little
Oh yeah, I
kid, too?
took piano lessons for 12 years.
I took piano lessons when
My
I was
parents
3.
had no idea what
I
they
took
wanted
piano
me to
I
lessons
got
when
the
was
shit
3.
beaten out of me multiple
Yep.
times.
Yeah.
That's
I was really
classic.
disappointed as an Asian
probably the
kid
most
that I didn't
Hispanic
want to be
thing
a
about you.
doctor. I wanted the idea. I didn't like the idea of being a doctor, but I wanted.
You
the
wanted someone to
prestige.
pressure
I wanted
you
the
to do that.
prestige of being a doctor, but I didn't want to be a doctor.
Well, you could be a doctor in like English.
Well, I was in school for mechanical
have a doctorate
engineering,
in
so it's
music.
like a pretty close.
So my dad's
I
first
wanted to
name.
do school for aerospace engineering.
My first name is named after my dad. His name
Rocket
is D,
science.
and my first name is D.
True.
And that's why I've always gone by DK because my dad's name is D, and he got his doctorate like a little bit less than a decade ago, and
PhD.
yeah. So ever since then, he like every time around the house he's like, hey, call me Dr. D. Dr. D. And I'm like,
Is D short for anything?
yeah, yeah. It
I
is.
think I answered that one earlier.
Any other jokes that we got? Oh, you know my favorite pickup line. This is so bad. This is cover your ear. I should not. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Can I say
Well, I mean, you
Mexican-
already
can I say
started,
Mexican
bro.
jokes?
I can say
Am
it
I
in
allowed to
Spanish.
say-
I know how to say it in Spanish, so y'all know what it is.
Oh my god.
What is it?
Nah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm sorry.
Bro, you already set it up.
You already did
You already
that.
No,
committed.
it's not. It's like a low hanging fruit too. It's not even good. It's just like
Just say it, man.
It's too
like
late now.
I wouldn't even say it to my
Too late.
wife. It's
You-
just
you
like
already-
too much.
You already
Hey, man,
put
you
your foot
in
in
a
the
safe
in the
space, you
pool.
good?
Yeah. We're
Hey,
just streaming.
yeah, we're
live
just streaming this
stream.
safe space.
Yeah.
No, like, imagine if I just came into the room and I like looked at you and I stared at you. It's like we had a conversation together, and at one point across the bar, I'm like, "Hey, I'd suck a fart out your ass."
Ooh.
That's
That was my next one too.
That's
So
not.
next-
you.
No,
So that
this
brings me
is
to my
this is
next
my favorite.
question.
This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one.
Oh, that's not
what?
bad. That's not bad.
That was smooth.
You want to learn? You want to learn the turtle one?
What's the
The
turtle?
turtle one? Okay. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do this properly.
Like,
Wait,
recorded?
look, we got ourselves on here.
Oh, we're watching us.
We're watching us.
Hold on.
That's tricky.
Nicole, has anybody ever hit on you?
Actually, no.
On like, do you all use
Tinder?
Tinder?
Oh yeah, do you want to
I've
see
never
my
used
Tinder?
Tinder.
Do you want to see my Tinder?
No.
to see your grinder.
Oh, that one.
Oh.
It's better than
No, that's mine. That's mine.
What if? Do you use Tinder? You actually use Tinder?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Wow.
I just use it. I use it as like kind of.
Can I be
It's
your
ve-
Look at that.
I feel like
Do you
the
have, like,
male
permanents on there?
experience
Go
and the
next,
female
go next.
experience on
You're
on
not
dating
6
apps.
foot.
You're
Yeah,
not
you're
6
not
foot.
6 foot.
Hey,
Well, on
you
Tinder, I'm
what you?
Stand up,
You're
stand
not.
up,
You're not 6
stand
foot,
up.
but I will tell you that you are a liar.
Is he 6 foot?
Am I
Wait, I
6
can't.
foot?
I can't stand up.
I'm not gonna lie.
I am 5'5".
5?
Hold on.
You might be 6 foot.
Yeah, I'm about
You
Ian's
might be
height.
6 foot.
I am
how tall
about
are you?
Ian's height.
You know how tall are you?
Is it inappropriate or crazy if I ask you for your weird, really bad misogynistic stories? Do you have any? Am I allowed to ask you?
Wow, look at
Are you
that.
comfortable?
allowed? Will I be
can say
canceled?
one. Okay.
Like crazy
Yeah,
stories that
6
like
foot.
men will never get.
Okay, I have the perfect one.
Really?
So yeah, so I was like talking with this guy on like Snap, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was like late at night, like we were like texting. He wasn't texting too much. Normally, like he plays like video games then, so I was like, yeah, he's
So he's a
probably just
gamer.
doing his game, yeah. So I was like, oh, so what you doing right now? He's like, her, and he sent me a picture of this girl.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's a weird flex.
That's crazy.
That's a weird one.
Oh my
That
god.
that
Messed up. Oh,
If it-
shit.
if I was in high school, and a dude friend sent me that, I might say, yeah, get it. But like as an adult now, like if Lou sent that to me, I'm like, what are you doing right now? And you send me a picture of Anna, I'd be like, stop. I'd be like,
You
please.
know what? Just for
What?
that, I'm gonna do it.
I'd be like, that is wild.
Just for that, I'm gonna do it.
You know, I was on the bidet this morning and I thought about
Shut
it.
up.
Bro.
Shut up. I was on the bidet this
Do you guys watch What We Do in the Shadows?
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
What is that?
Wait, the show or the movie?
Vampire
show.
show. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I've
Never
only watched
heard
the
of it.
first few episodes.
All right, I'm
I watched
gonna-
like 2 seasons.
All right, so there's a new episode, and one of the jokes in it is he's thanking his familiar for helping him out, like go through all the stipulations with the genie on his wish to have the biggest penis in the world, right? But like he's like, wait, but they're a genie. He might just shrink everybody else's, or give you a second penis, or whatever.
Oh, God.
They go through all the stipulations, and the genie's like, all right, you guys win. I've been outdone. You guys outdid everything I could think of. And the familiar's like, don't you want to say thank you to somebody? He's like, fine, thank you. And every time I use it, I'll think of you. Jimmy's like, you got it. Bam. So later on in the episode, he's like, what's wrong? He's like, well, I tried using it, and I couldn't stop thinking of you.
Oh my gosh.
That's what, and that's exactly what it was like when I was on the bidet this morning.
What the?
In Japan, bidets are like normal. Like it's
Yeah,
weird
I know.
to
We've
know.
talked about this. We've talked about this.
And so what we do,
else.
what we do for like new gaijin, like not Japanese people, like I have them get in stalls next to each other, and like they turn them on at the same time, and like we'll play a game of who can last the longest.
Is there intensity settings? Because the one I have at home is
it's like you go max.
Oh, okay. Wait, you go max.
And some of them like do this movement,
max and then
some
start?
of them like do this movement where it's like spraying up, but it's like up and down.
You don't
track.
work your way
Whoa.
up. It's just
Nah, dude, you gotta go straight to it, man.
That's no.
This is wild.
No.
Bidets are great though. Honestly, once you get used to it,
You get spoiled.
They're really nice.
it's really nice.
They're really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine like the traditional way, like we just smear shit across our crack. That's nasty.
Yeah.
Welcome to the street.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just fancy. We're fancy.
That actually reminds me.
Bidet.
I thought about you when I was on the bidet.
Hey, shut up. Hey, talk about that. Hey, what's a normal? Never mind. We're not gonna do this.
No,
No, it's too late. It's too late.
It's too late. You already started.
What is it?
This is who we are now.
All right, chat. All right, chat.
How many people are watching this?
What's the
We have
normal?
4 viewers,
Including the phone.
Let's entertain our
3 viewers.
viewers.
There's chat. I need a serious answer. What is the average? What do you think should be the average amount of times that you poop in a day?
Well, according to people,
Like
it's
for like a
supposed to be
healthy,
3.
like a normal healthy person.
I mean, I poop like 6 or 0.
See, there we go.
Or zero.
Yeah,
You are
there's no in
you
between.
are either flooding or constipated.
That's
it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's because
Bro,
it's
are
like,
you eating fiber, bro?
sometimes too much, yes.
Apparently.
My body's on like a regimen.
Yeah,
like I know when
yeah,
like I take
usually it's
shits
like
at
lack
like
of
times. Like in the morning
Bro,
yeah,
when I get home,
mornings.
and then right before
It's
After
really-
lunch,
wake
after
up.
dinner.
It's really
You
hard
drink
to
water
poop
when
at the
you wake
studio.
No,
It's really
no
hard
poop.
to poop here.
Okay,
Because we don't have a bidet?
When do you drink water?
No,
Usually
just
after you
the-
wake up, like, how
It's like a
long?
mental thing.
You know, yeah, a lot of people have.
like
that.
I'm in
They
high
can't
school.
poop
My
anywhere.
mom did that. Like she couldn't poop outside of the house.
Yeah.
I have a friend that
Alright,
has
so,
to
like,
go
you
home,
need-
and one time we were like out here in LA. We live out there in Ontario. He had to go.
I have a good story.
Yeah,
I have a
go.
good love story. I have a good
A love story,
Okay,
and it
hold
has
on.
to do with the toilet.
Okay, listen. I have a good story. I think I've told this story
Just
before.
chug a bunch of that shit and then go poop.
I think I've told this story before, but this is a good story for the chat. This is a good story for the chat. Okay, one time my wife was pregnant with our second baby. We were camping. One time, and she's like, DK, I need to poop. So I go with her so I can cover her with the towel and like dig the hole because she's pregnant. Help her get through the woods. We get to the woods. I dig a hole, and I'm like covering her up. I let her poop in the woods. Do her little gracious thing. And after she pooped, I wanted to poop. And instead of digging a second hole, I just pooped in her hole on top of her poop. So our poops are forever touching in that hole in Yellowstone forever.
So you
Well, that's just
That sounds like a love story, man.
Actually,
You know what that reminds
It's
me
a
of?
love
gruesome.
story. We're connected down to our poops.
You know what that
Connected down
reminds
to our poops.
You know what that reminds me
Oh,
of?
hold on, and my son too, because my son fucking keeps doing this. He's like potty trained recently. I was sitting on the toilet, I pooped, and mid poop, bro runs in, and if a 3-year-old like needs to poop, you're lucky if he doesn't miss, right? So I'm like, all right, I just half naked, just like scoot over, like, and now our poops are connected. He's just
somewhere
happy
in
to
the
go.
ocean.
So
Right?
since we're talking about poops.
Oh my
You know what that
god!
reminds me of, though? You know what that reminds me of?
I do gotta pee. I never
I
went
thought
pee.
about DK while I was on the bidet this
Hey,
morning.
shut up! Okay, we're done with this stream. Let's end the stream. Thank you so much. Nicole, you want to sign us off? Sign us off?
Nicole.
Okay, what's
I don't know. Just make it up. Make it up. Make it up.
Peace.